one of Medici's generals, Robin Farlight. After tracking down some leads, you contracted an information broker known as the Librarian, who turned out to be the Lich, Odin Riftwhistle, that you fought in the Vale some months back. After a tense encounter, you eventually reached a truce and exchanged information. You learned of potential means to find Roscoe, as well as some leads into Robin's whereabouts in the city. It seemed possible that he was seeking out some precursor ruins hidden deep underneath the mesa, and the only way into these ruins was through the royal family tomb. Following on this lead, you explored the northern city sewers and discovered signs of excavation activity. Dodging a number of charmed city guards people, you made your way into the caverns underneath the city. You had a brief encounter with 3 vampire spawn, who you recognized as the trio of women who followed Robin around, and after dispatching them, you made your way to a section of the caverns that spilled over into the Alcalad royal tombs. So, that is where we pick up. Rubble is strewn about your feet, where the breach in the cavern wall spills over into what appears to be a section of the royal tomb. The shattered remains of stone sarcophagi litter the floor along with ancient bones. Beyond, torchlight flickers from dim wall sconces. You can hear faint noises just up ahead from adjoining tunnels. Blue Hearts, what do you wish to do?
I'm not good at this, but can I maybe suggest something? Are there any tracks or anything? Can anybody tell? Get light going on? Is it dark?
It's dim light. There is some faint torchlight up ahead from torches that might be in the tomb, but you are mostly in darkness right now because you're still within the caverns.
Well,
There's
maybe
sort
I
of
will.
this.
Maybe I will be wild and try and see if there's any kind of tracks, but my survival is real bad.
I checked for traps at the end of last session.
I said tracks with a CK.
No, that's what I did. Yeah, I checked for
Oh,
tracks.
I thought traps.
And I discovered that there was like footsteps from 2 adjoining hallways that seemed to be where the ladies came from, but like most of the foot traffic went towards the middle, right?
Awful drawer, but basically what you're seeing is you guys are kind of like here in this cavern, and then there's a wall breach right here that spills out into a tomb, and it's sort of like you're in an alcove right now that has some stairs.
Did we move ahead from when we fought the vampire ladies?
Yeah. The vampire ladies was like
sorry.
way back
I thought
here.
we were still back. Okay.
Because there was like a cross section that you guys fought the vampire ladies in.
Right. I thought we were still there.
No, you went ahead. You're at the approach to the tomb itself. It's like a little alcove where they had kind of have some sarcophagi placed, and then there's like a staircase to the right that sort of leads up into the tomb proper.
Did you say there were multiple paths? Was I like vividly hallucinating that?
There were multiple paths prior,
it.
like you passed that.
Okay.
You decided you kind of like, if I recall correctly, after you dispatched the vampire women, you kind of like looked for tracks at this intersection, and discovered that most of the tracks seemed to be heading north, and you followed that, and you found the entrance to the tomb.
Well, I guess we go down these stairs and be very careful, huh?
Not that we can do.
I can do careful, but I can't do quiet.
I have no idea what I'm concentrating on. Oh, I'm probably keeping Tackle small.
Tackle is baby right now, right?
I'm fairly certain he knows we're coming. I don't know if we need to be quiet.
Probably. I mean, we tripped his alarms.
Well, and then I make big stompies stairs.
Don't necessarily mean stealthy. I just mean be careful. So if you turn around the bend, we're ready for the giant fireball. You know.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, I'm just saying. You know, since I don't have to be quiet, I do make big stompies.
You don't have to actively direct their attention.
Oh God.
Well, he doesn't know specifically that it's you, or at least you don't.
Well,
think
but he probably thinks that someone's.
He knows that someone's following him.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
because you
just
can't
remembered.
really tell who the person is who's scrying.
Sure,
on you.
no, I know. I'm just saying that like
Yeah.
I don't think we are completely undetected. Is the point I'm trying to get at.
Yeah,
I mean,
I'm
we
probably
have
gonna
been detected.
go stealth anyway, or at least attempt
Okay.
to.
All right. So whoever wants to stealth, give me a stealth roll.
Oh, that's.
I'll
easy.
try.
Do I even need to roll a stealth roll for Alan?
No.
No.
You just sound so
Like,
defeated.
should I even bother like having you deal with hearing the big number Mel always gets, or should I just let we just skip ahead?
Do you want to, if you're really
Roll
set
with
on
power.
role-playing Mel correctly, you need
Well,
to.
I can't role play Mel because I don't have a
like-
busted dice.
You have to be like, okay, all right.
He got
so
new dice, didn't he?
here, yeah, I bought him new dice. You have to just be like, well, that's a 3, so it's
So
a
it's a
69.
35.
So it's a 72, and that's a natural 19, and
And every fourth roll, you just hear him go, ah, and he's like, it's a natural 20 again.
He just starts hollering. Okay, so
that's
3,
also
a 6. Is Verna rolling with disadvantage? I thought you had like stealth armor.
I think Patrick doesn't have disadvantage. That Patrick just still has the disadvantage roll that he clicks.
Oh, you're not
Oh.
wearing it right now.
Ah,
Okay.
Oh, okay.
I
Rip.
see.
You're naked.
Cool armor switch.
Verna's naked.
Naked.
I think it was.
Naked. It's like
Yeah,
when a
it's
dog takes off their collar and they're naked.
Verna might have taken it off because we're in a hot environment.
Oh, maybe. I don't know.
But we
I don't
bought
remember.
stuff to make wearing heavy armor bearable, so I don't.
Yeah, but you haven't really gone outside the city yet where it's gonna be needed. So like you're still like in a underground cool area. Yeah, I think the
Oh.
adamantine. Oh yeah, because the adamantine armor.
Is better.
So like there's, I think Verna has like armor for all occasions. Yeah, adamantine prevents crits, which is really good.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oh
so,
yeah.
All right. So you manage to make your way into this entrance to the tombs. You see some some stairs that actually ascend before you. And as you quietly and carefully make your way up these stairs, illuminated by the dim torchlight and listening only to the faint crackling of pebbles that might be disturbed as you're making your way up, eventually you get up to a landing. And as you step out onto this landing, or at least peek tentatively around, you see that there's been a massacre here.
Ooh.
Across the entire space, you see a number of bodies. All of them appear to be wearing armor of some sort, an obsidian-colored armor with gold trim.
Have we seen that in the city?
Yes, you have. You've seen the Royal Guardsmen wearing it.
Ooh.
Hmm.
Approximately how many people?
Probably about 4 people in total.
Oh, okay. Well, I
Um,
hear massacre. I imagine like a lot more people.
Well,
I think this is
it's a
where my
massacre
brain
in the
goes.
sense of
that it's fucked
what's
up.
been done. Like
Yeah.
the entire space is strewn with blood. There is just, it looks like wild animals ran through here and eviscerated these people.
Is the room visible? Like, there's
Yeah,
nothing
there's
hiding
something-
in corners or anything.
Give me a perception check.
Sorry, I have a lot of windows open, so just give me a second.
Mhm.
Perception, big. 21.
21. As you peer around the space and look deeper into the shadows, you do see a form, kind of small. It's against one of the walls in one of the adjoining hallways. Seems to just be leaning against the wall and partly against the ground. And it's slowly heaving as if you can see the rising and falling of breath.
Goff will approach it.
As you get closer, you can see this dwarven woman who's wearing the Royal Guards person's uniform. Very seriously injured, but are you making any attempt to conceal your approach?
Nope.
Okay, so as you get within range, she just sort of looks up at you, There's this look of just weariness in her eyes. She's cut up on her face. It looks like she sustained a cut across her face, and she's has one of her eyes flinched closed, and her chest is all bloodied from several wounds. Looks like she's been in a big battle, and she just looks at you with this resigned look in her eyes.
On a cursory glance, without leaning down and like literally examining her, can I do like a kind of a glance medicine check and see if I can tell anything?
Sure.
Like if she's been bitten or
No. Yeah, go for it. Go give me a medicine.
I know I can't get everything out of this roll, just like what I can gather just by looking at her. That's a big one. That's 31. That's all. That was almost a natural 20.
Whew. So you can't get a whole lot of information because you're not actually examining her. She does look a little pale, as if she's lost some blood. Her breath is haggard. She looks seriously wounded, as if she's been in a serious fight where she's taken a lot of heavy blows from bladed weapons. What are the rest of you doing?
I'm like blanking on how to address this woman. I don't know. Sorry. Yeah, if someone else wants
to be alive. Can I cast? Can I cast Healing Word?
Oh, if you want, I mean, I can do it if you want.
Only if you want.
I don't want you to hesitate. I can do it if you want to heal her.
How about like when Goff is like looking her over, I can walk over to your shoulder and like murmur a healing word level 1.
Okay, yeah, sure. Verna, give me a just an investigation check. Okay, so you take a look at this space, and it looks like the battle was very bloody and very brief. But it looks like the guards people were trying to protect a location that seems to be further down one of the main tunnels that leads off from this center area. In fact, 2 of the bodies are stationed closest to this location. They seem as if they tried to hold the line until their last breath. Harith, you approach this woman, and she looks weary of you, of the 2 of you, but she doesn't look like she has any energy to put up a fight. So you lean beside her and you whisper a healing word into her ear, and as it restores her, if you want to roll the health on that.
Oh yeah.
She does. Her breath steadies a little bit. The cut on her face heals a little bit.
Where the hell?
Yeah, if you want to roll a medicine check, Verna, just to see. Okay, so there's a number of things that you're seeing on the bodies themselves. You see what look to be bladed weapons. You see what look to be the impact of spells. You also see one of them, at least, looks like his body was physically crushed, as if it was under the weight of a series of heavy gravity. One of them looks like he was just eviscerated, just torn to pieces like from a wild animal. Which
the pieces, you say?
Recalling the experience that your group previously had in the tunnel with the 3 vampire spawn, seems like it fits the bill, because you watched them tear apart one of Goff's little summoned animal pals.
It was Patrick. It was just one of the little bag of trick animals. So they weren't real, but they looked real.
Yeah. So, yeah.
It just poofed after a while. It didn't become like a big massive bloody corpse or anything.
So,
yeah, sure, cool.
Goff and Wraith, as you kill this woman, and her breathing steadies, she looks up at you, still kind of eyeing you warily, like she doesn't trust you. And she says, "What are you doing here?"
I have a quick question before we answer that. I'm trying to remember that I have this weird thing in my brain that's telling me. Do we know about vampires?
Yes.
Right. Do we know that them biting people turns other people into vampires, or is that a thing that I'm just holding on to from some other
So
story?
it's not just biting.
It's like a whole process.
It's a process where you basically exsanguinate the body and then leave some of your, you drain it of all blood,
Okay.
so that they're on the basically dead, and then the vampire gives a portion of their blood into the vessel.
Okay,
and that brings
so-
you back to unlife.
So someone in this woman's position would not be in danger of becoming a vampire.
Correct.
Because she's not.
This isn't like
exsanguinated.
zombies or something where you get bitten.
Right. I know my brain mixes a lot of different horror things together, and I couldn't remember. I don't know. Yeah, I wanted to make sure that I wasn't like gonna be weary of this person because they were attacked by a vampire.
No.
Okay.
If she still has breath, she's not a vampire.
In response to what she said, I'll say, helping.
You could have come 20 minutes ago.
No, we've come as fast as we could.
It's too late. All my comrades, they've been slaughtered. You have to inform the queens. They must send the rest of the guard at once.
I think
to
if you
danger.
think that informing your queens is not our job but yours, we have a different job.
I must stay here and protect the First Emperor's tomb.
Well, for what
Is
it's
it-
worth, we're going after these things.
You see Quinn step forward, and he kneels next to this woman and says, "The ones who did this. Was there an elf among them? Tall, pale-skinned?" And she looks at him, slowly nods. I came in with 6 or 7 others. They might be up ahead. You must be careful if you're going to go further. Quinn looks back to the rest of you. I don't think we have any time to waste.
No. Do we try to send some sort of message? Well, I guess people already know about this, right?
About
That shit's going down. No, we just neglected to tell them. So, I'm just trying to remember. It's been a while.
yeah.
We didn't
Um,
want to risk our ability to get in here, so we didn't say
Right.
anything.
Well, is it our duty now to let them know this impacts their city?
I would not have us separated. We
No,
should-
I mean send a message.
I can't send a message to someone I haven't met.
I can stand now, thank you. But I cannot leave, not while the Emperor's tomb is unprotected.
I potentially have an idea. Let me look up an item that I have really quick. Not attuned. Okay, I got it. I got a solution here.
So Vern, as you speak to this woman, she looks taken aback for a moment. She clearly has an intense desire to do her duty as a soldier, as a guards person, but also she's severely wounded. She looks like she's considering your words, but isn't quite ready to abandon her responsibility just yet. She looks to you and she says, I do not know who you are, and I do not know what you are capable of, but these creatures are beasts, they're monsters.
Fine. If you are bound by your duty, fine. Would you say that you understand the layout of this royal palace or wherever these queens live? How would you know how to get to them immediately?
I
Okay. Here. And I will take out the silver raven figure
okay,
and I'll give it to her.
okay.
When this is activated, you tell this creature where to go, and you can even give it a message to repeat. This will allow you to alert whoever you need to tell about this emergency. But we cannot send any of ourselves to go do it. So I will let you use this if you promise to return it to me.
Make a persuasion check.
Ugh. I don't know. I need to persuade her to do something super easy, but
You don't know what it is. Just tell me what you got.
17.
17. Okay. Um, between you and Verna, it looks like she's considering your words, and then wordlessly, she just holds her hand out for the raven.
I'll give it to her.
Okay. I need to rest for a moment. I will do as you say, but be careful up ahead. The tomb of the first Emperor Imran al-Khalad is ahead. I think that is where they were going.
Are there any? What do they want?
I do
Do you
not
know? Are there?
Is there anything there you can think they would want? Anything they can use? Any myth, legends, rumors?
It is said that the first Emperor came to power because he discovered some great power beneath the sands. That he buried it with him.
Hmm. Sounds like we need to move then.
Besides you and your fellow soldiers, are there anything else to guard this tomb? Traps, mechanisms, doors, things that could harm us?
No, this is a place of solitude, a place of respite, where those of the royal family come to contemplate their ancestors. That we would not sully it with traps, but it is just the old bodies of the emperors and empresses who came before.
Very well. She still looked pretty bad, even though she was healed a little bit.
She looks better. Still exhausted, but not dying.
Does she look like afflicted or cursed?
No.
Okay. I was just wondering if I needed to help her a little bit more along, or she's stable.
She's good.
Okay. We will do our best to be careful. But you should, yes, stay here. Use that. Summon the help you need.
I will come to aid you once I have recovered.
Just don't endanger yourself more than you need to.
She nods to you and kind of clutches the silver raven close to her chest.
Goff will just, I guess, look at the rest of the party.
Time to go then.
No time to waste.
You see, Quinn is already cautiously taking off down the hallway.
Okay.
Sort of blending in with the shadows, doing his disappearing act.
I would say I'll have Ellen kind of move ahead like she usually does and just keep an eye out for any, even if there weren't traps set by the queens or the guard, obviously there could be traps set by the group we're chasing, so I would have her out keeping an eye out for
Okay.
that.
All right.
As we maneuver.
Okay. So,
Do I
I'm
need
gonna
to
need
roll
a
something for
new
that?
round of stealth checks as you're proceeding down this tunnel.
Okay.
Well, Goff, I'm just gonna
Ooh.
say Goff rolled bad
Ooh.
because he's using the light spell. So I'm not gonna even tell you the number because it's not good. It wasn't a 1, but it was bad.
Ooh, natural 20.
Nice.
Uh,
Ellen, I'm
Suddenly
assuming I don't need
very
to roll
stealthy.
for.
Ellen, you don't have to fucking roll.
Do I need to roll? Do I need to roll like an investigation or for traps? Or...
Yeah, give me an investigation check as she moves on ahead. You actually see her and Quinn similarly assisting. So roll with advantage, I say, as Quinn is trying to help her
Oh.
move the traps.
It's a good thing you said advantage, because I rolled a 1.
I think she gets advantage on the investigation checks anyway, doesn't she?
I don't know.
As that thing that rogues get at like level 15?
She got a 31
31.
for investigation.
There doesn't appear to be any anything on the ground, any traps that have been laid. You get the sense that whoever has accompanied Robin into this tomb, they're moving quickly. They're not really taking the time, other than that one spell that Robin placed, to really trap the place up or guard it. They're
Okay.
looking to move quickly and get in and get out. I will say, as you're having Ellen scout out ahead, you're coming around the bend of one of the hallways, and you're sort of like checking side rooms as you're going. There's various side rooms that seem to be little tombs with sarcophagi in them. But as you continue down the main hallway, you eventually see it starts to open up into a larger room, passing through a bit of what looks to be like a collapsed section, as if maybe the tombs had collapsed at some point. So you kind of move around this rubble, and when you get past it, you can see that in the continuation of a tomb, Ellen kind of pauses and like holds her hand up to kind of keep you at bay from moving forward. And as she pauses and you all pause, you can hear voices.
Uh-oh.
You hear just whispers. You can't really quite make out what they're whispering about, but there seems to be, I would say, let me just take a look. You hear at least 3 voices.
Okay.
They all appear to be female voices.
Do they sound similar to the voices of the ones we just dealt with?
Yeah.
Which direction? We're in a big room?
You're in a hallway right now, and you've kind of made your way past some rubble where an area of the hallway had collapsed. And beyond that is a open area that seems to be a larger tomb. And it's from there that you hear these voices. So you haven't approached the room just yet.
Well, I mean, can I have Ellen try and sneak closer to hear the voices? Or is
Yeah, you
that
can
too
do that.
much to do with another?
You can try that.
Because I mean, if I do it with Goff, it's not gonna work.
Right.
Like,
No, you can have her.
Clomp.
Yeah, you can have her try.
Just like the chainmail and the big man.
Mm-hmm.
I just wanted to, like, I don't know how close she has to move to, like, kind of start to hear the sounds of
Well,
the words are.
Give me a stealth check. I'm gonna actually have you roll this time.
Okay. Ellen Mahariel. Stealth.
Very powerful stealth.
33.
33. Okay, so she gets close enough that she can start picking up some words in the conversation. She hears a couple of these women talking about Robin moving ahead to the You hear the term Robin. You hear the word tomb, ruins, precursors, secrets. It's really all she can make out from this distance.
Okay, I'll have her just like the way that she approached. I'll just have her walk backwards the same way.
Okay.
And then she'll relay the information.
Okay.
About it's pretty much what we expected to hear.
Mhm.
Did she get from that? Could she like gather like roughly they're all like kind of in the same location, like they're all like next to each other.
Yeah. It's.
How far away are they from us, roughly? Maybe.
I would say that you're in this collapsed area of the tunnel. They're probably within like 100 feet of you guys.
Okay.
I have
The
a passing
tomb's up.
thought.
Okay.
Sure.
We were given some of those bomb chew, right?
You
How many do we
were
have?
given one.
Oh, I was going to say we could just send a bomb chew in there and see if they're too confused to know to run away, but if we only have one, I don't
Well,
know if
I
we
mean,
want to hold on to it.
I think the bomb chew was. I mean, it's like a
It's a
Walden
bow
bomb chew.
chew.
It's
It's a little
boat.
cat. I think we. I mean, I think the reason he gave us one was to maybe like help us break into the tomb, but we already
Yeah.
did that, so
Yeah,
I don't know if we.
are.
I mean, that's. I don't know who's holding it. I'm not.
I'm just saying.
I think he gave it to. I want to say Ellen.
Maybe he did
Yeah,
give it to me.
I think he.
Either
was-
Ellen or
there was-
Goth. He
there was
wanted to
an
give it to
item
the
where-
most responsible person.
There was an item. There was a thing where he did where he like he turned to give it to Sissel and then he
Yeah.
stopped and he was
Yeah.
like no, and then he gave it to somebody else. And so I don't know if it was the bomb or something else.
No, that was it. That was it. He's
Okay.
like, no.
Oh, that's terrifying. I don't
I
like
don't like
that.
that bomb chew.
I don't like
I
that
don't like
bomb
that.
chew. It's bad. It's a bad chew.
It's scary.
Oh, right. That's a real bomb chew from Majora's Mask.
Yeah, it looks very Majora's Mask.
I don't like it.
So that's that fucked up grimace.
Grimbus. All right. What do you want to do?
We could have Ellen fire a bomb arrow in there.
She can't.
Explosive arrow.
It's
seem
not
to
really like a straight shot.
Yeah,
Uh,
she can't. It's like
She
a
can
round
arc it.
corner.
She'll just guess.
Okay.
My vote is for the walking bomb. Because we have it, and I'm not sure if we just want to hold on to it forever.
I don't want to deal with things. I don't know. I don't want to handle it.
I mean, I suppose we don't know how large the explosion is, do we?
You
something that would-
do.
Is this something that would like hugely cripple the like the
It
structural
does siege
integrity?
damage as well.
Do we know what
I-
like the radius?
So
of
the radius
explosion
is 15 feet.
Oh, okay, that's pretty big.
It's a 15-foot radius. It does siege damage, so it does double damage to structures, and it can do 8d8 fire damage.
Okay, well maybe we shouldn't, bomb this
yes.
culturally significant site.
That is
Okay,
what
okay,
I was going.
okay.
I was going to say that perhaps if we have to face the queens of this location afterward, we won't have to deal with the fact that we blew up their sacred location.
We have like a little walking bomb, Patty, and I just had an
A flash of
invasive thought.
chaos.
Yeah, I had an invasive thought that we should use the walking bomb to like just have it sneak on in there and explode them, but
There's
Problem.
a bunch of
there's
people up ahead.
Yeah, there's seemingly more of those vampires spawn ahead.
I don't know if there's any. We can try and open up with whatever strong damage we want, but we're going to have to get past. And we are not good at all making our way past some enemies not being spotted.
Maybe if we want to get the drop on them, I can't do this because I'm still making tackle very small, but somebody can maybe make Sissel invisible and she sneaks down there and she's the one that has the most ability to launch something at them.
I think Sissel already can make her. Is already invisible, actually.
Oh, Never mind. Hey, Sissel, how do you feel about
She
that?
made herself invisible, I think, when the vampire spawns.
Oh, is Red
here.
gone?
No, Red is gone right now.
Oh,
She said BRB.
A while ago.
yeah, it was a while. Oh,
She
she's
she had
good.
made herself invisible when those vampires appeared in the tunnel, and I think she just never made herself uninvisible.
Mm. Well, I don't want to control Sissel.
Right.
I was thinking she would probably go down there and either launch an acid ball or do a confusion or a slow or something, but
Why don't we, so we can get a better idea of the map?
yeah.
Oh, I'll just say that if we like heard things and Ellen told us to stop, I would have turned the light off of my staff.
Okay. I'm removing any hostiles from the picture because you obviously wouldn't be able to see them yet from your perspective.
Yeah.
Let me just 1 second while I figure this all out. Okay. So I believe Quinn and Ellen were up front, and Tackle is technically tiny. So I'm gonna put baby Tackle next to Sissel.
Is it? Are we like still? Are the tunnels in this place still small enough that Tackle needs to remain small?
Well, judge for yourself.
Unless I
It's
just feel like
it's a narrow place. Like he's a large creature.
Yeah.
He would not even be able to fit through here.
Ugh.
Who's holding him? I think Sissel's
Sissel,
holding him.
he's a little cat right now.
Yeah, he's a cat.
He's sitting on Sissel's
So
shoulder.
we're in here and we hear the voices coming from up here.
Yeah. You can't see
Okay.
anything yet. Because basically you come out of these tunnels here and then it's just like around the corner.
All
If
right.
I like want to move this way to like peek around the corner, do I have to roll another stealth roll?
Yes. Yep.
Damn it. I wanted to use my 24.
Actually no, we'll go with your 24.
Okay, I
I'd
just
say
wanted
if
to
you wanna.
like kind of sneak to like right
Okay.
here-ish and then peek around this
So
corner because I
from
have
that,
dark
give me a
vision.
perception check. Just
I'm
to see
good at
who you can spot.
those. I didn't roll well, but
What'd you get?
that is a 17.
17. I'd say it's a little difficult between the dim light and the narrow hallways, but you do make out at least two figures. You see immediately ahead of you a figure draped in a fully white cloak. And then a little further behind him, just at a sight kind of starting to move around a wall, you see a woman in a tattered white dress.
Okay.
That's what you see.
I'm gonna sneak back a little, and I will relay that I saw two figures, and kind of, I guess, kind of like use my boot to scuff out in the dirt, like kind of an idea of what the layout is. But it's dark, so there might not sure, but that's what I saw.
The vampire spawn we fought before. Did they have white robes?
Yeah. Or
Oh.
they had like tattered white dresses that they were wearing.
Oh, okay. Well.
We're going to have to encounter them no matter what. I think we just need to decide how we want to do that.
Yeah. I'm not sure if I have anything good.
Since we know they're in there, I say we all just pick which ever paths we want to enter this area and get ready. We can at least surprise them.
I suppose there's no other direction to go. I wish Sissel was here.
Yeah.
But I guess we're just gonna try and like open up by throwing stuff down this hallway, right? I don't know what else we can do.
Basically.
Okay. So depending on who wants to do what,
Unless
Um,
someone else has an idea, but I don't.
there are two means of entrance into this area. You've got this area here that goes into the tomb proper and goes up, and then you have like sort of a collapse area here that you can climb up with a sufficient athletics or acrobatics check, and to get like to an upper level.
I'll have Ellen go that way,
Okay.
or at least like. I mean, is it something that she could like stealthily climb, or is it gonna make noise no matter what?
That depends on how good her athletics or acrobatics check is.
Okay. I'll have. Well. I'll have her try. Do that.
Okay. I'd say Quinn will probably accompany her.
Ellen Maharial acrobatics. Not as strong as her other skills.
Ooh, natural 20 for Quinn.
24 for Ellen.
Okay. Okay. So if you want to get surprise attacks, I would say you're going to need to roll stealth checks in order to determine how close you can get and launch an attack before they notice you.
Ellen got a 29 stealth.
Of course
My
you did.
not as good as my 24. It is only a 12.
Okay, 12 for you. Quinn got a natural 14, which is a... What the hell is his bonus?
He does look like a sad dad. Got a bit of a Joel vibe.
Yeah. 28 for Quinn. Okay, so he's going to sneak up too. When Ellen and Quinn kind of vault their way up into this upper level, they can see 2 more vampires spawn.
Oh,
I see.
so there's more than 3.
Yeah, well, you heard 3 female voices.
Right.
You don't
Heard
know if
3
any of this
voices.
you don't know if this person was talking. What is
Quick.
Meadow doing?
While Maya decides what she's doing, I have a really quick question. So these are like vampire spawn, like the
Yes.
ones that we fought. But does this look more like maybe a civilian that's been brainwashed or like been mind controlled?
They're wearing the Remaker robes like all the other ones you've seen.
So it's possible that they're a mind controlled
Possible, you do not
normal
know.
person.
Yeah. Okay. I don't know where Red is. I'm going to assume she'll probably try to go around the
Can I
side here.
suggest something Ellen do?
Sure.
She still has the amulet of thoughts, right?
Mm-hmm.
Can she try to like detect surface thoughts from this character?
I would say that because a spell has verbal and somatic components,
You're
it would
right.
give away her stealth.
Okay. I didn't know if it was something that had something like that, so makes sense.
No, it allows her to cast detect thoughts, but she
Okay,
can also
okay.
cast it normally.
I see.
I'm gonna say Tackle is out of play for the moment because he's still polymorphed.
Yeah, he's baby.
He's baby.
If Ellen successfully stealthed and climbed up here, I'll have her like. Does she have like vision on everything? If she's like over here, like can she see everything?
Yes.
Like,
yes,
okay.
she can. Well, there's a couple of walls here that sort of like are blocked off.
Well, I know, but like the 4 that we are aware of, she
Yeah.
has eyes. Like she's stealth, but she has sight on them. She's like hiding behind this.
Yeah. Okay. So let me just roll
As
some
for
stuff for Red.
Goff, I guess he'll just follow the fighters.
Yeah. So let's. Okay. This is 13 for Sissel. I'm gonna say she's not even gonna roll her acrobatics because she can just use her dragon wings to kind of hover up and get within range over here. I'm gonna say Quinn kind of like sneaks up over here. What do I want to do here? Give me a second. I need to do some rolls here. Passive perception. Active perception. Okay. Okay, so is everybody in where they want to be at the moment?
Yeah.
What did Harith get? Harith got a 12 on the stealth. What did
Yeah.
Goth get?
Oh.
And Mido and Verna as well.
10.
10 for you. Yeah, I need stealth rolls from everyone because you're trying to do a sneak attack. Okay.
Could we say that Ellen and Quinn attack first? So that way they can get sneak attack.
I will say that the ones who succeeded on a check will get their sneak
Okay.
attack.
I just
Everyone else
feel
will
bad
get-
if it's like, oh, the big
No.
folks.
So
rolled
here's what
bad,
happens.
So the
Sissel
fast folks.
Sissel sort of tries to hover up and around here to get to the second level. In the process of doing so, she brushes past some of the rubble, and it kind of clatters a little bit. At the same time, the four of you come around the corner, trying to be as quiet as possible, but unfortunately you're all wearing metal armor of some sort, and it's clanking a little bit against the narrow passageways. I would say immediately one of the spawn, the one that's down here, seems to be more perceptive than the others, notices Sissel, like here's Sissel, and then here's the commotion coming from down the hallway, and says, "We're being flanked! To arms!" And at that point, Ellen and Quinn both launch ranged attacks, sneak attacks. Ellen, if you want to roll for Ellen.
Oh, for a sneak attack?
Yeah, who's she going to attack?
Can the Inquisitive fighting be part of it, or is that something I have to do after?
That is, you have to roll that first before you do it. But that's a bonus action.
It'll still okay, just to like have it.
Yep.
So, but these things all look identical, pretty much the same. Well,
Yeah.
there's not one that looks stronger than the other
Correct.
one. Which one saw Sissel?
The one on the ground here.
If that one is noticing things, Ellen might target her first, I guess. Oh. I will have her target that one then.
Okay. Do your Inquisitive fighting followed by
What do I roll for that?
Insight.
Insight.
Contested by Deception.
Insight. 28.
Yeah, I rolled a 7.
Okay.
Yep.
And then I
so
roll
easy enough. And then
attack.
roll your attack.
She normally attacks with.
You are also, you actually didn't even need to do in self-evident, since you have a stealth attack, you have a surprise attack, you get advantage, which automatically gives you sneak attack.
Well, I know, but like if the monster is still alive next time Ellen goes, just having it
True.
would
That's
just be nice to have it.
So in that also means Quinn gets advantage. Okay, so that hits.
Does Ellen, she's advantage?
Yes.
Oh man, I could do sharpshooter.
You could, if you want to.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. That sounds like fun. I'm gonna do short bow +1 sharpshooter.
Okay.
I don't know. Why not? Advantage.
Why not?
Seems like a
Why
good time to do it. That's a pretty good roll. That's a bad roll. So let's see. Wait, to hit +7 to 24 to hit.
Try it hits.
Okay, and the damage is a d6 +15 +2. Or wait, no, is the 2 factored in already? The damage bonus from the magic?
Yeah. That's
It's already part of it? Is that part of the 15?
I don't know.
I don't
So
I haven't done a weapon attack in so long.
yeah, the damage should be +10 from the sharpshooter, plus whatever Ellen's
Dex
bonus is.
which is 5.
It should
right?
be more than that. It should be 6
Is it?
because she has the.
Okay, but then but it's +15 for the attack.
I think I think that sharpshooter thing has never been updated for Ellen's.
So
bonuses.
if we don't look at that, it's a
So let me look at it real quick. Yeah,
it's a
because
D6 plus
basically
10
yes.
plus 6 plus 2.
So what I'd say is, let me take over Ellen's sheet for a second. So she's got a +6 to her dex, and then the weapon itself is +1. So you add +7. So it's actually +17.
Got it. Right. So basically, it's
plus
15 plus 2. Got it. Okay. So
Okay.
it's kind of there. All right. So a D6. 5. So 23. No, 22. Sorry, 22.
22 points for that. And then you got the sneak
And then,
attack.
oh yeah, which is how many D6s now?
For Ellen, that's 8d6. And
8d6.
Quinn's got a sneak attack as well, which is a 5d6.
That's, well, it says Goth, but
3, 4, and then. Oh, okay. So here's what happens. As soon as this vampire spawn calls out and says, "We're being flanked to arms," you just hear, "Shoop," as Quinn and Ellen just both fire off an arrow and a bullet respectively, and the arrow just catches this vampire spawn in the side of the neck, and then the bullet just goes right through her temple, and she
Oof.
drops to the ground,
Oh my god.
dead. Boom.
dead. Rogues. Okay.
Can I have Ellen move after that, or is that only the
No.
attack?
That's going to be the attack.
Okay.
So at this point, I need everyone to roll initiative.
Okay. Glass dice for Goth. Oh no.
Let me add everyone to the thing.
Yeah, I'll just put mine in since I roll the physical dice. If you just put Goth on there with a 0, and I'll just enter it in.
Yeah.
Not a great. Ellen.
Oh, there's 2 Vernas.
Ellen. Oh, what does Ellen have? Ellen has a plus
Okay, so Rainmaker and these guys.
6, so Ellen has a big number.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, Quinn. And don't forget that Ellen gets advantage on initiative rolls because of the
Oh.
cloak. That's why I gave you access to the cloak, because she has a few
Well-
nice things there.
It's the same. Nothing changes.
Okay.
She already rolled pretty high.
Sissel, I'll roll for Red because Red's not here. Hope she's okay.
Did she say what was up? Is she like feeling sick?
I don't know.
Oh.
that's a-
She said.
What?
I just said I don't think she said.
She just said
I
something
don't-
in chat.
Yeah.
Oh, did she?
Where?
Oh, she's gonna be
Wiggle.
disposed for a minute.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Am I forgetting anyone? Oh yes, the actual enemies. Give me a sec. I'm gonna roll for them. Okay. This boy gets that, and okay. 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 So, as you spring your ambush and your assailants or your targets realize that they've been flanked and they spring into action, Ellen goes first. What is she going to do? Goff. Or
Oh,
Tom.
I'm sorry. My brain's not turned on to hearing Ellen and thinking I have to do something. What does Ellen do?
Yeah.
Does she lose stealth because she attacked?
Yes.
Oh. I'll
She also
just.
doesn't have insightful vying on anything right now because her target got killed.
All right. Well, just reassure. Can I do it again?
Yeah, you
Mhm.
can do it on another target if you want.
Also, just so you know, you probably saw it, File, but Red just wants Sizzle to
Yep.
use some cantrips.
Okay.
Or I guess maybe Confusion or Chromatic Orbs if
Sure.
possible. I'll have her peeking out from behind this sarcophagus, tomb or whatever. Look at, I guess, the closest target, which is this one. and do the
Okay.
same thing. Insightful.
Okay.
Oh no!
What?
Does the rogue reliable talent work for
Yes.
this?
Uh-huh.
Okay, because I rolled a 1. So instead of a bad 16, it's a solid 25.
Yep, that worked. I rolled a 9. This is why it's bullshit. It's
Rogues can't cast spells really that much, so like, this is what they get. They become gods
how it be.
of not spells. They become gods of everything else. Okay, so she has advantage. Or wait, so what does it do? It gives sneak attack, not advantage.
Yeah. So she can.
So she'll
take a
do
shot.
that, and then she'll fire another arrow at this one.
Regular or sharpshooter?
Regular, because we don't have advantage.
Okay.
I asked her to do that sharpshooter because we had advantage. And I thought,
That's
why
fair.
not? No, Ellen gets the cool blue dice. It's a 16 plus whatever the 2 hit is.
Hits.
I'm sure it hits.
Yep. So 16
plus
plus
12.
I believe
Plus
it's
12.
12. Yeah.
Okay, d6 plus 7. 4. 11 plus the d6, the sneak attack. Right?
Yep. Give me your sneak attack. 25. All right.
36.
So Ellen peeks out from behind one of these tombs and knocks an arrow and just fires it straight into this thing's chest, already looking seriously wounded.
If I know Mel likes to hide mid-combat, is that not possible because I used the bonus action for insightful fighting?
Correct.
Okay, so she can't hide. So I'll just have her remain taking. She'll duck back down to take as much cover as this thing provides for her.
Cool. That brings us to Quinn, who is going to, seeing what Ellen did, he's going to rush over to try to get cover as well, and take a similar shot at this vampire spawn. That is a really bad roll. I got a
combat
6.
roll.
I got a 6 plus his modifier, which is not as high as Ellen's. So it's not gonna hit. So he ducks down and he fires a bullet toward this vampire spawn, and it just clips her ear and just flies right over. Doesn't do any damage.
Oof.
That brings us. He's going to, and he wouldn't have gotten sneak attack anyway because he's not an inquisitive rogue. That brings us to the Remaker, who, seeing these 3, doesn't yet see you guys because you haven't come around the corner. You see him pull out a longsword and rush toward the 3 who are up on that higher level. You see, actually, as he moves, it seems as if his entire body sort of like shifts into mist for a little bit as he kind of like apparates over in this direction.
Uh-oh.
And he is going to make 2 attacks at. I'm gonna say he's gonna like position himself here and make 1 attack at Ellen and 1 at Quinn. The one at Ellen is a 13 to hit. So that does, actually no. Did I use the right? No, I didn't. I used the wrong to hit. Sorry. It's a 20 to hit. So that does hit her. So she takes 12 points of slashing damage.
Is there a rogue thing where she can
She
negate
can use
damage?
uncanny dodge to have that damage if she wishes. That's her reaction.
So how much damage was it?
Um,
18, you said?
it was 12.
12. I'm sorry, I don't know why I was thinking 18. Yeah, I mean, I feel like she'd probably try to dodge that.
Okay.
So, at 6.
Yep.
I don't have control over the.
Oh.
Oh wait, no, I'm sorry. I do. I was using the wrong tool.
Okay. And then he swings his sword around in an arc toward Quinn this time. 23 to hit also hits. Natural, two 6s on that roll. So that's actually max damage for 16 points of damage.
Gross.
That's going to be his turn. Now we come to Verna.
Burn.
Verna.
This is not gonna be, I don't know if this is gonna go super well for the slow melee folk. We have to like run. Oh, Verna's just double moving.
Can you give me like an athletics check here? Because this is actually right here a like a lip of like a staircase. So as you like parkour. Basically. Yep. So you
Nice.
effortlessly
Wow.
vault over there without slowing yourself down, and just pull yourself up to meet this adversary. What do you wish to do?
I think she.
Oh, did you just use your action to dash? Oh, okay.
Do you have any bonus actions you could do?
Probably not. That brings us to Hiraeth.
Okay, I'm going to kind of. Actually, I'm gonna go kind of this way. Is this a decline
That's an
or an
incline.
incline?
So that's
Okay,
like
so I would have to climb to see what's going on here.
Yes.
Okay.
That's like a story
That's-
up, basically. There's like a bunch of rubble that
It's
collapsed.
probably a big old no for me because I'm pretty small.
Unless you can fly.
I'm not gonna do that right now. I'll go around this corner then, and I'm pretty sure I'm not gonna move. So that's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Do I have like a
Just
line
here
of
on the
sight
corner.
out? Okay.
So
I
let's see. Can you?
my plan was to use I wanted to use synaptic static, but I need to check.
I don't think you need
the-
sight for that.
Yeah, I wanted to check the distance. It is.
It's a range of 120
It's 120 feet. Yes,
You're
this is
fine.
I wanted to get it in the middle to try and catch all of them.
Sure.
That's it's a
So what's the radius on that
radius-
again?
Looking. 20 foot. So yeah, it's gonna like right here. Oh, where's my?
Yeah, just ping the map where you want it to be, at the center of.
Right here. So that would get. Okay. Well, I'm not gonna be able to get.
Yeah,
Oh,
the
wait,
the
where did-
remakers.
Did they disappear?
No, they're down here.
They moved.
They
Where?
moved.
Oh. Yeah, I'm just gonna try and get these two.
Okay.
Sorry. here.
So that is a what kind of roll for a save?
Wisdom.
Wisdom save. That's a big fat natural 1 for one of them and an 8 for the other.
Nice. So that will be 8d6.
Okay, 25 points, and they are muddled.
Yes.
You kind of run around the corner and throw your hand forward. Just play a discordant tune on your viol, and it just ricochets across these ancient stone walls. The two vampires spawn just hiss and hold their head in agony. They are affected by it. Is that how
Okay.
you wish to end your turn?
I will play for everybody over here. I'll just play the +1. I'll play.
That'll actually hit Sissel and Verna too, right? It's 45 feet now.
They didn't seem all that hard to hit from our previous encounter with them, did they?
Correct.
I'll
They
play
were
the
pretty easy.
+1 AC song then.
Okay, cool. So everyone but Ellen. Oh no, even Ellen gets. Wow, Ellen is just in range. So everybody gets the
Oh,
+1
yeah.
AC song. So you have +1 to your AC while you're within 45 feet of
Love
Hiraeth.
that buff. Love that amp.
Okay. Before it is Sissel's turn, you see that the vampires spawn are growing a little desperate. And they say, "Release them!" And
Wow.
you see one of the vampire spawn, this one over here, like pulls a cord which triggers the lids of a couple of the sarcophagus to fall off. And crawling out of the sarcophagus, you see two mummies.
Oh, is this right next to Alan and Quinn?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
So, it's their turn. This one, they can't move that fast, can they? Because they're basically shambling corpses. So this one can go 20 feet. This one can go around here. This one's gonna strike at Quinn and the other one at Ellen. So the one at Ellen, first of all, is gonna use its dreadful glare attack. I need Ellen to make a wisdom save, please. Oh, sorry. I don't know if you heard me.
19.
Okay, that succeeds. Quinn also succeeded on his, so no problem from that. And then they're gonna just slug Ellen with their rotting fist attack.
Gross.
It's a 14 to hit. That does not hit.
Nope.
And then the one against Quinn is a 22 to hit, which does hit.
Fuck.
Uh,
Stop hitting Quinn.
Quinn takes 12 points of bludgeoning and an additional 6 points of necrotic.
Myrna
Oh.
says she's gonna use protection.
Oh, you're gonna disadvantage into mummy? Okay. So rolling again, that's a natural 20, so we'll take the lower
Fuck!
two, which
Oh,
was the
no.
20, which was the 22.
Well, hell.
So Quinn is again going to take 12 points of bludgeoning and 6 points of necrotic for a total of 18 points of damage, and he has to make a Constitution save. That is a natural 1. He is cursed with the mummy's rot. Cannot regain hit points, and his hit point maximum decreases by 3d6 for every 24 hours that elapses. Unless he has a remove curse done to him. So that is going to be their turn. Bringing us to Sissel, who is going to try to
Acid ball.
well, I don't know if she can acid ball this little group. Well, she probably could, but she
Can-
Red
She doesn't
wanted
have
to
spell
use.
sculpting.
Yeah.
She
I'm gonna
doesn't.
no.
Nope. After all this time, she still doesn't have it.
That's because that's a wizard move.
Mm.
You can get an item.
Yeah, no,
No, that item is
Uh,
something Patty came up with.
isn't.
Yeah. I mean,
Doesn't
maybe
exist.
Chris could lend her it. He's not
Oh,
using it.
is there no fee for that?
What?
Spell,
Spell
not
sculpting?
normally, no.
No,
Oh.
it's a evocation wizard skill.
Hmm.
So I'm gonna say Sissel will try to like hover back a little bit to get better range because she can't really attack anything at melee range. Remaker's gonna take a swing at her, swing and a miss, and she is going to launch a firebolt at the mummy that's attacking Quinn.
It's probably caused the most problems so
That's
far.
natural 14 plus a big number. I think it's like plus 8 at this point. I don't know. It's a big number. Maybe even more.
100.
Like plus 15 or something. Bullshit. I don't know. Actually, maybe
Level
I could have
15.
I don't know. It's a big number. Let me actually just use the spell from her spell book because I think that has the modifier on it. Yeah. She fires this bolt of fire at the mummy. He's vulnerable to fire. Ooh, so he takes double damage. You see as the firebolt impacts with the mummy that some of its bandages start igniting and it seems to start flailing about. Vampire spawn are going to race in as well. It's really just becoming a whole cluster here. This one actually... Okay, so this is what's going to happen. This one's going to... The one at the back is actually going to rush over here and drop down. And there, it's not on the map, but there's a doorway here. And it's going to start like rushing out that doorway. That brings us to this one.
Is that something that we just can't stop?
I mean, you can. She doesn't have. She only has a movement speed of 30 feet, so she couldn't get that far. At this point, she's like, yeah, like 15 feet down the tunnel. This one's again gonna attack Quinn because that's the one in range. It's gonna bite him.
Literally, the first thing that happens when we get into combat with this dude is he gets utterly fucked up by everything.
Well, they both of the attacks miss, so he seems to see all this stuff coming and he ducks and weaves to get around.
It's like they know he's like the weaker part of the party. It's like they know he's the one that'll die
that
fast.
brings us to God.
This is a shitty starting position.
Yeah.
Last combat I was in a shitty starting position too. Man, it's not even. I can't even move that far because I have to move around this fucking corner. I have to get into. Yeah, I'm basically gonna do fucking nothing for this turn. Can I see everything if I get up to here?
Yeah, you can see that you'll be able to see a bunch of people on the second floor up here fighting, but there's like no balcony or railing or anything here.
Can I bonus action?
So if you're trying to heal Quinn, he can't be healed right now because of the mummy's curse. But you can take a bonus action.
Can I tell that he's been infected with the curse from here?
Can't see anything. It's all this is happening very quickly. This is the heat of battle.
All right. So can I see that one?
Yes.
I can't do any other bonus action to that thing. I fucking can't do anything. So I'll just stop here. That's it. That's my turn. The map fucked me. I can't do anything.
I'm sorry.
No, I started literally like the furthest back out of the whole party. I couldn't.
All right.
I'm stressed out because this NPC is gonna die in
Mido.
2 rounds and I can't stop anything because I'm not close enough or fast.
Mido, what do you want to do? Toe.
I am. God, probably gonna spend the whole turn running. Let me do some. What's my movement speed again? Is it 40, 30?
I don't remember.
Oh,
With the wings out, which take an action, you have 50. Otherwise, you're 30.
okay. Let me see. Well, if I get to 50,
Keep in mind you
Yeah.
got that little implant thing that Walden gave you that gives you haste. Both
Oh,
you
yeah.
and Grave have
Yeah.
that.
oh yeah. So wait, that gives me. What does that give me? A second
Oh.
action?
Oh, I know.
Is that what it does? I forgot what haste does.
Haste gives you +2 AC, and it gives you double movement speed, and it gives you an extra
Oh!
action.
But remember,
Oh,
you
so
can
I have
only use
60.
you can only use this once per day. So if you
Okay.
do it now you can do it again.
It's only for
Well-
10 minutes.
I'm gonna do it now because I don't want Quinn to die. So
Okay.
I'm gonna. Zoink?
So it'll be an action to use that.
Okay.
You can get within range, but you still have the extra action, which will allow you to use one attack unless you use your action surge.
Who's this mysterious fellow again?
Just a remaker. He's
Yeah.
You've seen these guys the last time you were in like some ruins where you encountered Don, Rick, and Emily and everybody. That there were a bunch of people who had white robes and they were like mind controlled, just random civilians.
Okay, well, I'm not gonna hit it then, because maybe I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm gonna attack this mummy then.
Okay. That definitely hits. So roll
D4.
your extra 2d6.
2d6, and then the 3d10 for the.
Oh shit! I forgot about that.
the firebolt.
So that's 9 piercing. So that's gonna be 23 points of fire damage because it's vulnerable. It doubles
Okay.
to 46.
Whoa!
Is it dead or is it still going?
You skewer through this mummy with your rapier, and then the firebolt goes off and just explodes this thing from the inside, and just wrappings just fly all over the place.
Okay. When I step over its body and I attack this one now.
I don't think you can
Why not?
because the extra action that gives you doesn't let you do your multi-attack. It only lets you one attack,
Huh? Okay.
unless you're using your action surge.
No, I just confused. I thought I got the one multi. I don't know.
So you used your action to activate the haste thing, and then you
Yeah.
got within range with
Yeah,
that.
this was your hasted action.
Your hasted action, which is what
Yeah.
haste gives you,
You only
allows
get
you to
one
make a single
attack.
melee attack.
I see. Okay. Well,
Okay.
yeah. Let me just action surge then.
Okay.
I just want to. If this guy dies, I don't know what I'm gonna do. So.
Okay. That hits.
Does it?
Actually, yes. Yes, it does.
Okay.
Things don't have high AC. And, okay. Still got 2 more attacks. That hits as well.
Oh, that's right. I have 3 attacks now, or whatever.
Yeah. So with that attack, you just swing your rapier around and just thrust it right through her throat, and she just drops like a sack of bricks.
Okay. All right,
She
one
gone.
more. Got one more attack.
That hits. double damage for the.
That's my last one. Yeah.
Okay, looking pretty good. Kind of cleared the field a little bit on that one. So like a whirling dervish, Mito just rushes in and starts slicing and just laying enemies low left and right here. It just takes down 2 enemies and then severely wounds a third. Ellen is up.
You guys, I just want you to know it's Sunny's birthday today.
Sunny.
Happy birthday, Sunny.
And my parents, they're currently celebrating her birthday by giving her ice cream. But I can't go because we're doing D&D. But I just wanted you to know that it's her birthday. And we give her ice cream. Give her a little bit of ice cream.
Little
on
ice
her
cream.
birthday. Yeah, a little.
Sunny can
Sunny can
have
have little
little
ice
ice
cream
cream
as
as a treat, as a birthday treat.
So if you hear her barking, it's because she's literally about to explode with excitement.
What is?
Okay, Ellen. The broom has a flying speed of how much feet?
50.
So here's what I'm gonna do.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna have Ellen use her cunning action to disengage,
Okay.
and she's gonna use the broom to fly over here,
Okay.
and then she's gonna use a stun arrow on that thing that's trying to escape.
Okay.
It has to make a con 20 DC save or be
Con 20. All right, I forgot that.
number 20.
Number 20.
Stun arrow on vampire spawn.
That is a failure.
Okay, mission accomplished. Oh, does it roll
So-
damage too, or is it just a stun?
It does do damage, but it doesn't do sneak attack because she doesn't have sneak attack on this, I don't think.
That's fine. I use my bonus action on the disengage.
Yeah.
So how much is it? Just a D6 plus my
It's just
a
a
regular
regular-
bow
yeah.
attack,
Regular bow attack.
which is a plus what? I already forgot.
Plus 7, I think.
Yeah. Okay. Well, 10.
10.
But
okay.
she stunned
So
it, which is the goal.
10 points of
so,
damage. So Ellen flies forward and knocks one of her stun arrows and just and catches this vampire spawn that's flying right in the square of its back. It's actually like not in the square of its back. What actually it looks like is this arrow is like has a blunt arrowhead.
Yeah.
So she just bonk right in the back of its head, and it just falls forward and is knocked out for the moment, stunned.
That only lasts a round at least, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
So that's
is it possible it could last longer, or is it only guaranteed? Is it only one round?
it's the end of Ellen's next turn.
Okay. I guess that's it.
Yep.
I hope Mal's proud of me.
That brings us to Quinn, who is going to disengage. He's going to back up here, and he's going to fire a shot at this mummy that Mito is engaged with, so that he can get sneak attack. That is a hit. So he is going to do 8 points of piercing damage and an additional 14 of sneak attack because I rolled a lot of ones. So that's 22 total. That's going to be his turn. The Remaker is going to rush forward toward Mito, and as it does so, the hood on its head falls backward, and you can see instead there's this man who is very pale skinned, and he has these wicked looking fangs. And he is going to lunge at Mito and try to bite her.
Uh-oh.
That is a 21 to hit.
Uh-oh.
I
have a
don't
plus
think
one-
so.
You have a +1 AC from.
Yeah,
your
my
song.
AC is 21, so without
so-
the AC or without the bonus, so yeah, I'm fine.
Okay, so you're
Ooh,
fine.
Just
So,
barely fine. Wow.
you see this man coming around the side of the tomb toward you, and you just throw your shield up, just clang him right in the head, and stop him from biting you. And he rears back for a moment, and then swings his greatsword wide towards you for a 25 to hit. So that is going to be what a low roll. 8 points of slashing damage toward you.
Okay.
That's going to be his turn. Verna.
Remember Bib?
What's Vina gonna do? What are you hitting? Are you hitting the Remaker?
The Sunblade. That's right. Verna has the Sunblade now.
Yes. So shit. Doesn't it do extra damage because it's an undead?
Undead? Yeah.
Yeah, it does like 1d8 additional radiant damage against undead.
Boom.
So we'll double that as well because it's a crit.
Jesus.
12 plus 11 is 23 plus an additional. I'm actually. Yeah. Okay, 26 points of radiant damage to the Remaker. As you strike with it, you have 2 more attacks, I think. If you wish. Yep. That I think actually misses. So as your Sunblade goes wide, it sort of goes against the side of his robe and sort of skids against what appears to be some plate armor that's underneath. So you have 1 more attack. You there? Oh. Okay, cool. That hits. So an additional d8 for... Okay, so that's going to be a total of 14 points of radiant damage. And then you're using a maneuvering attack, so that's going to be what? The champion dice?
Do I have to be next to you?
I don't know.
Oh.
Maneuvering.
I mean, I'm probably gonna go towards that lady Ellen's also going towards. So if you want to like role play it out that you're like get after her or something,
Choose a
then
friendly creature who can see her here, and they can use their reaction to move up to half their speed without provoking opportunity attack. So yeah, you can use that to get closer to the vampire who is fleeing if you wish, or Ellen can. Okay, so do you?
Well, Ellen.
Oh.
I mean,
she's stunned right now, so she's not moving.
But Goff has to move. Doesn't? It's fine. It's fine. Either way is fine.
Or we could help Haraith, who's all the way back down there. And
Yeah.
I've got range stuff. Oh.
so you can move half your movement speed. So
I
15 feet.
my movement speed's only 25.
I mean, Goff
so...
could benefit from moving, but then you decided not to after you'd already said.
You can still it rounds up, so you can use 15
Okay.
speed of movement as a
If
reaction.
me, I'll go 1, 2, 3.
I do need to move, Patrick. I don't know what you said that. You didn't give me a chance to say okay. You just said no. Actually, no, never
You
mind.
burn a shout, and you're like, oh, start running.
Yeah, Haraith. Okay.
So that brings
I
us
love how
points
Verna
movement.
yelling at me basically scares me into running more than I physically can.
So it's your turn. You can.
It's like your mom yelling at you.
Okay. So she's trying to escape, right? Is there a passage down here? What's going on?
She's just been. Yeah, there's a passage here that leads onward into the tomb. She's actually been stunned by Ellen, so she's like down on the ground right now, unmoving for basically the next round until the end of Ellen's turn.
All right. I have
Automatically
not-
fails strength and dex saves.
Yeah.
Attack rolls against the creature have advantage.
I don't really have a lot of like attack spells. Is that well? No, I'm not sure I want to.
Well,
Sure I want to blow that.
War crime.
I haven't. No. I thought about lightning bolt. That's not necessarily a war crime. But that's one of my special spells, and I'm not sure I want to use. Because for a very long time, I didn't know that I could only use one of my the spells that my Veal gives me once a day. So I'm trying to be more cognizant of that.
Mhm.
I've not drawn my axe yet, so I'm going to draw I have a longbow that I always forget about. I'll draw
Okay.
that instead. And I'll go 1, 2, 4, 5. I'll step up into this room and I'll aim and then shoot at her. I have a clear line of shot, right? Clear,
Yeah,
or is Ellen?
Ellen's slinky. She can move out of the way.
Yeah, she's up in the
Ellen,
air.
duck.
Also, she has a bow. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, she's
I
so
will-
this
Did I
is
say
you
bow?
have advantage- I think you have
Room.
advantage because this creature is stunned, right? Condition stunned. You have advantage on the attack.
Oh, okay. Get another 20. Ooh, natural 20.
There you go.
Okay, so that's 1d8. 1d10. Okay. Ooh. It's an 8, so that's doubled. 16
Plus.
plus
Your
5
dex
is
mod.
21. 21 points of
21.
damage on the first arrow, and then
Okay.
I'll use my second attack to shoot another.
Okay.
Oh, one of them went into the wrong thing. That is a 20. That's not natural.
Okay, yeah, that hits.
Okay. Oh. 12.
12.
No, sorry, I did math wrong. 11 points of damage.
11 points of piercing damage.
Yes.
You just quickly knock 2 arrows and go, and they sink into either side of its shoulder blades, and it just cringes in pain, but it cannot move. Its body is just completely locked up by the stun arrow that Ellen shot. Is it where you wish to end your turn?
I will play the defense song, which
Okay.
I think hits everybody, and then I'll end my turn.
Yep, does. That brings us to the mummy, who is going to, in a shambling rage, strike toward Mido. First, it's going to use its dreadful glare on Mido. Mido, I need you to make a wisdom save, please. You save, so this mummy glares at you with this horrible, decayed look, and you are just completely unfazed by it. You are not terrified of this thing at all. It's then going to just make an attack with its rotting fist at you. That's a 15 to hit, so it just glances off of your armor harmlessly, nothing whatsoever. That brings us to Sissel, who's going to launch another firebolt at the mummy. Probably kill it. Sissel. Hope red's okay. Oof, yeah, this thing is fucking toast. So Sissel kind of spins in the air and launches another firebolt toward this thing, and it immediately catches on fire like a big bonfire and collapses the ground in a tattered heap of wrappings and bone. That just brings it to the vampire, who is stunned, then to Goff. What does Goff want to do? You've got the stunned vampire up here.
Yeah, I know.
And then you have the
I'm
remainder
checking
over
into
here.
something.
Okay.
Guaranteed, baby.
Oh.
I'm gonna run up next to Ellen. Can I still see it if I'm like next to her? Or be literally like lined up with the tunnel?
No, you can see it.
I'm gonna run up next to her, or like a little bit further ahead.
Okay.
And I'm gonna cast Sacred Flame, and it can't avoid it because it automatically fails dex saves.
Okay, so roll
Or
the
it guarantee it automatically works.
roll the So dumb.
It's a 3d8
Yep.
guaranteed radiant damage. 5, 6, 5.
Good roll.
16 plus 16. That's it. It's just 16. No plus. I don't think it adds.
This vampire spawn catches you. You run forward and snap a finger, and a series of tattoos lights up on your arm, spawning this radiant white blue fire underneath the creature, which immediately erupts in a bonfire from below and incinerates the creature.
Oh.
Ash.
Okay. I thought it was. I didn't realize it was going to die that quickly.
It had very little HP left.
Okay.
That brings us to Maito.
Oh, sorry, the remaker's still alive. I forgot
Yeah.
about the remaker.
Yep.
Well, I was thinking about maybe someone we could like help, but I think they're pretty far into being the vampire thing.
Yep. Looks that
I don't
way.
know about helping them out of their current situation.
So I was gonna say let me try knocking them out, but also like can I?
You still have to reduce your HP to 0.
Yeah. Well, I'll do that with attacking with a sword, I think.
Okay. That hits. So you got your fire damage, and oof. Big attack.
Wow.
You still have 2 more attacks and then your hasted attack.
2 8s and a
That
10.
hits.
Holy fuck.
Oh my goodness. You're tearing this person apart. Holy shit. Stop! They're already dead! You still have a hasted action.
Oh my god. Wait,
This is
what
why
is Mido?
hasted Mido is fucked.
What's hasting Mido?
Give the thing that Walden gave her.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, so
Fuck.
you just like a series of just whirling blades. You just come in and rush toward this remaker right next to Verna's side, just slicing and dicing every which way. Just you just like slice your rapier up. You manage to lob off one of its arms. Then you strike down and you sever part of its neck. It's still standing but barely. That brings us to Ellen.
Sorry, Verna. Just kick it away.
What is Ellen doing?
Oh, Ellen. She'll see that we took care of the one that was fleeing. She'll turn around. Can she see the remaker still standing?
Yeah, she can. She
All
doesn't
right,
even
she'll fire.
use
She'll
those
just,
'cause- yeah.
she'll just turn around and fire an arrow.
Okay.
I guess.
All right.
If this is how do you want to do this for this battle, I'm sorry. I'm just making Yellen do stuff. It's a 13 plus something, 12.
Yeah, that hits. Roll damage.
Is this with sneak attack?
Yep.
Do I need to roll damage?
I'm gonna say so. No.
Do I have to? You want me to?
Ellen's arrow flies true, and taking advantage of the opening that Mido has created with this thing's neck sort of like partially severed and its head barely hanging on, she just like strikes it with an arrow right in its head, and it just takes the rest of the head off,
Oh god.
and the whole body just collapses to the ground.
Yikes.
Yikes! And that is my vampire puzzle.
Number 2.
Vampire and mummy puzzle.
All right. Quinn looks a little wounded. He's got what looks to be some sort of horrible, like necrotic disease on his skin.
Is that visible to me?
Oh, did I hit combat again? I did. Whoops. Yeah.
After we like kind of like recover and reconvene from the brief battle,
Mm-hmm.
if I can see that Quinn is fucked up, I'll like go and look at him. He looks like he's cursed. Does it look like the curse that happened to Haraith?
Make a yes. Actually, it does. So you know this by sight.
I'll just see it and like he'll examine the wound or whatever caused it. He'll just say, "Oh, great, more of this." I will use remove curse on Quinn.
Okay. So the mummy's curse has been removed.
That's a level 3 spell.
I thought it was 2, isn't it?
Remove curse.
Remove curse is a 3rd level spell. Yep.
Okay. And then I will. How much HP is he missing? I can't see the number.
Oh, let me.
I see the bar, but not the number.
Oh, really? You don't see the? Huh.
I see the green bar. I just don't see what number the value is.
It's 51 out of 85.
Okay, I'll cast a level 2 cure wounds on him,
Okay.
following the remove curse.
Mm-hmm.
So that's 2d8 plus my wisdom. 8. 3. 11.
17?
18 HP.
18. All right. He's got 69 HP.
Nice.
Nice.
That's my plan all along.
All right.
After I do that, I'll just kind of like drop a rest, like have his hand resting on Quinn's shoulder, or like his fingers, I guess. His hand's huge, and just say, "Are you all right?"
Yes, thank you. I'll be fine. He kind of looks down at his feet for a moment, and then he reaches into his jacket, and he says, "Perhaps it's best if one of you hold on to this." And he pulls out the soul stone.
Are you sure?
I don't know what to do with it. I don't know how it even works. And
Do we know how it works?
Yes.
We do?
Yeah, there's a thing
Oh.
in your important documents that literally says soul stone.
Oh, man, it's been a long time. I actually forgot activating.
And
Okay, so we have
so
that.
basically you need a 5th level spell slot from an arcane caster, so really literally only Sissel or Hiraeth.
Oh, am I not technically an arcane because I'm?
You're a
No,
divine caster.
divine.
Oh, divine.
I have a feeling
Oh, I
Sissel
guess-
would want it.
I guess Mido could do it as well, but Mido doesn't have 5th
I
level.
don't. Yeah, I don't think Mino can get 5th level, can she?
Have what?
5th level spell slot.
Oh no, not yet.
I feel like Sissel would want it, but if we want, since Red isn't here, I can take it.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. You
Um,
can do that.
I guess we'll hand it off to Harath then. Yeah.
Okay. All right. You take the soul stone, this jagged purple shard of rock, and it's just faintly glowing, and it's warm to the touch.
If I take a look over the remaker,
Uh-huh.
what if I do like a medicine check? What can I learn?
Give me a medicine check.
Ooh, big number.
Big
It's a
number.
17 plus 12.
Yep.
29.
Okay. Looking at removing his robes a little bit and looking underneath, you can see that he's wearing armor. And this armor is similar in style to the Royal Guard armor that you saw previously.
Oh,
Looking at the wounds, it looks like he was recently turned,
okay.
as if maybe Robin is creating shock troops in order to help him.
This may have been one of that woman's comrades. Well, not sure there's much we can do for them if they've already been turned. I suppose going forward, unless circumstances change, mercy is not an option. I don't know if there's a way for me to. I don't know. I think Robin is a special case. I'm not sure if we can do anything for these others.
We should hurry.
Right.
Yeah, let's go.
So you all proceed on down the tunnel. Hold on, I need to move all these tokens over. So you all proceed down the tunnel beyond. As you're going, you see signs of Robin's passage. It looks as if these torches were recently lit, possibly by arcane means. It appears as if he's traveling with a number of people still, but you don't see any real sign of them. Edging forth cautiously. Eventually, you make your way into yet another tomb. So, as you enter this tomb, it's quiet. There's no one here. You hear the faint sounds of pebbles falling from the walls or the ceilings from just the age of this place. In the center of this tomb is a single sarcophagus. Fairly ornate, different from the others. The others were nice, adorned with various engravings and draped in royal tapestries, but this one appears, unlike the others, to not be stone, but to be some form of some form of metal, similar in the colors to the Royal Guards uniforms, an obsidian with gold inlay, draped in a royal red tapestry across its top. This appears to be a fairly important person.
Is this a dead end room?
This is a dead end room.
And we're just in a big room with just this one
Big
sarcophagus in it?
sarcophagus. Yep.
And there were no other paths for us to take. It was just we just
Correct.
ended up here.
Correct. Okay, Divine Sense gives you the presence of undead or fiends, if I recall correctly. You know the presence of a strong evil, celestial fiend, or undead. So, Verna, as you hold the symbol of Agma and reach out with your Divine Sense, there is a presence, an undead presence, coming from the sarcophagus. Oh, behind total cover? Well, then you wouldn't see that. But you don't
Well-
see anything else. Well, I gave it away. Sorry.
I mean, okay, but for us to be fair, we have to pretend we don't know that. Because we don't know that, because technically it doesn't
Yeah.
work that way. Even if we as players know, the
that
characters
not
don't know.
behind total cover
I
thing
feel
is
like
kind
that
of
makes Divine Sense kind of useless if you can't sense an undead
That is true. That is
body
kind
in
of
a
a- visible.
sarcophagus. That's like what it's for.
yeah. That does make it kind of shitty.
It is.
I mean, I know it's just a feature, but still.
It's not really important to this. I'm gonna say that for the purposes of this. I'll let you have it. You
Really
know that
quick,
there's an undead presence inside the
really
sarcophagus.
quick, can you put a symbol on Quinn, because I'm like 90% sure I gave him Death Ward, and I want to make sure that's remembered.
Did you give him death? Yeah, you did.
Yeah, it was like right. It was the first thing I did after we encountered the first vampire spawn. I just want to make sure that like it's remembered that he has that, so that I don't, because I just remembered that he has that.
Okay. All right.
You have a
So
pun?
yeah, you have a pun. Please share us a pun.
Oh no.
Please share us the Verna pun.
What Verna say that? Did she say a complete straight face? Oh, she laughs. Okay.
Oh my god.
I thought she was gonna do completely deadpan and then not react.
Hiraeth just
shit.
kind of like barks a very like sudden laugh because she's just not used to this.
Goff
I-
hears that and looks at Verna and like completely perplexed, and then he pinches his arm and he like closes his eyes like he's dreaming.
I really have like a Captain Holt moment right now.
I just kind of like elbow Verna and do a little chuckle,
Oh my god.
like the lizard.
Oh my god.
We're in a Skyrim dungeon right now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
This is a Draugr.
yeah, the Draugr.
So Verna's basically confirming that the thing inside the sarcophagus is undead.
Yes.
Are we going to have to fight the corpse of someone significantly culturally important? I feel like that might get us in a lot of trouble. But we won't have a choice. Well, they were guarding this, so there must be some passage or something. Perhaps there is places like this usually have switches or hidden doors, don't they? If they wanted to guard something important, they wouldn't just put it behind a door everyone could see. At least not a very well kept one. But I fear that perhaps accessing whatever door this is may lie behind dealing with whatever's inside of this box. Can I have Ellen do an investigation for anything
Sure.
along the walls or
Yeah.
anything that
I'll
sticks
give
out?
you that. Yeah.
Investigation. Number 16, the number I rolled. Sorry, that made me laugh more than it. 30, a solid 30
Solid 30.
for investigation for switches, levers, blah blah blah, hidden like bricks or pressures things.
So I'll say that Ellen notices two things. First is she notices on the floor in one corner of the room appears to be a square impression in the ground that looks like it might slide away. And it looks like, based on the pattern of the dust on it, that it has recently been used. The second thing, in vain with the fact that of disturbed dust, she sees that some dust has been disturbed around the sarcophagus.
Well, this has definitely been tampered with, but I think that this switch might open a door or maybe a
It's good,
trap.
Ellen.
That is a really good Ellen.
I've been listening to Mel. I think I hear Mel do Ellen's voice more than his own voice.
Yeah, same.
She's got a nice voice too.
Yeah.
So pick your poison. She will. I mean, in that, she will be pointing out that there these things that base essentially like that there's disturbed dust, just so that everyone's clear on what we're dealing with here. I would be surprised if we could just hit this switch and just go forward. There's probably a trick. There's always a trick.
We are in a tomb. I wouldn't be surprised if there's traps and.
Well, that woman said there would not be, but perhaps we are heading beyond her understanding of this tomb. Maybe going somewhere she is not aware of.
If not traps, then maybe something else tricky, like you said.
Well, I am getting the sense that we're going to have to deal with whatever is in this sarcophagus. Perhaps Robin
Fun
turned.
fact: when the sunblade is out, it makes everything around us light, so we can see better.
Oh, that's true.
That is true.
I forgot to mention I would have turned the staff back on, but yeah, that's also helpful.
Family.
You can also
Family.
use an action to make it brighter to a certain point, so
Yeah.
you can basically make it like it's daylight.
I know there's nothing's gonna come of this because this you don't use this trick every time. I'm not expecting Jack to be here, but I am gonna briefly pull out the lantern of revealing and just kind of shine it around the room,
Alright.
just for the sake, because this room
room-
seems very suspicious.
The room appears empty.
Okay.
There's nothing hidden from
How
your
fucking funny would it be if Jack was in here?
Howdy.
How?
Howdy.
How is the question I have? What do you? How did you end up here?
I just
That-
assume he's always following us.
Yeah. He just turned the corner and he's right there in the corner, just crouched down. And he's just like, oh shit.
Oh shucks.
You got me again.
Okay.
Really thought I had you this time.
It's bullshit.
You thought Jack was here? We got you.
We got you. Alright, what do you want to do?
Well, press the button or lift the lid.
There's no button, it's just
Oh, I'm sorry. You could slide that. Whatever the proper verb. I don't know.
There's like a square. There's like a square impression in the floor that's maybe like I want to say 10 by 10.
Can Alan like lift it or
No,
like
it's
slide it?
Solid stone floor.
Oh, it's 10. Oh, 10 by 10 feet by 10 feet solid. Oh, I thought it was like a little tiny little thing,
No,
like
no.
a little like a.
Is it
Like a hacker
secured
would
in the
bust into.
ground?
It's secured to the ground. Yes.
Oh, okay, yeah, I didn't know it was that big. Never mind.
Well, if it's secured, I can't levitate it or anything. It needs to be a. Is it like a big stone trap door? Is what you're trying
Yeah,
to say?
basically.
Okay.
A trap. Does it like seem like it swings in or slides
It
away?
seems like it slides away in two pieces.
Oh, okay. So this is probably not something that raw strength can just pry
No.
open,
No.
unless
It
you're
looks
like,
like it looks like there's probably a mechanism for it.
unless you have like a strength score of like 30.
Yeah.
Well, I'm
Um,
close, but
Well, Mito flexes her muscle.
Okay, I misunderstood the situation. I thought this was like a thing where like we either choose to open the sarcophagus or we choose to slide this panel away because I thought the panel was like a foot by a foot and it was like
No.
really easy. Like you just push it aside.
Nope.
Okay. Yep. The size was not in the description, or I missed the size part.
It was not in the description. That is my bad.
No, it's okay. I was imagining the situation differently. So really, we only have one option, which is probably to open the lid of the sarcophagus.
Seems that way.
I suppose so.
Well, I suppose we can. Everyone get ready for whatever lies within.
I will draw my axe. Look
Brandish.
threatening.
Brandish
Okay.
your weapons, your spells, what have you. If I kind of like, has anyone touched the sarcophagus yet?
No.
If we like take a look, like if Ellen takes a look around it, or if someone takes a look around it, like can we look for like traps just to make sure?
Yeah, give me an investigation check.
Or would Ellen have seen that when she was investigating?
Yeah, I'd
earlier?
say she probably saw that it was not trapped. It's just a very heavy lid.
Okay.
And it looks like it has been disturbed recently.
Does it look like a two-person job?
Yes. It looks like you have to be very, very strong.
Okay, I'll go around towards what is probably, I don't know if it's, seems like there's a head end, like where the head might be laying.
Yeah.
I'll go
Okay.
down to that side and I'll
You probably have to like slide it off. It's not one of those things where you could probably
Right.
lift.
I'll go into that and I'll say, Mito, could you grab the other side? And because Verna's like got the sunblade ready, so I'm gonna let her remain in position to strike.
Oh, I guess if
Okay.
I have to.
All right. Give me athletics checks as you try to pry the lid off the sarcophagus.
Don't you want every opportunity to flex on how
Yeah.
good your athletics is?
Yes, yes, yes. That was like very sarcastic. Wow, really?
Uh-oh.
I rolled a 2.
I got
I
a 20. Soft 20.
So you, with your towering Goliath strength, managed to start prying the lid off, but Mito is having difficulty. She starts doing it, and it looks like you know Mito's strong. You know that she does this kind of stuff fairly effortlessly, but she manages to like get her gauntlet stuck in like a crack of the sarcophagus, and it just jams there, and she can't move, and she has to take a moment to pry her hand out. It doesn't hurt or anything, but because she's got plate armor on. But
Can I just like wait for her to figure it out?
yeah, after a moment, like it takes her a moment to like pull her hand free, and then like sort of pull her hand out a little bit so it doesn't get pinched, and then you can attempt again.
Oh, we have to roll. Do I have to roll again too?
Yeah, because you managed to slide it a little bit off, but
Okay.
it's not fully off yet. So if you both want to give me athletics checks.
24.
24. What did Mito get?
What was I rolling again? I'm sorry.
Athletics
Athletics.
again.
Headache. For
What the
fuck's sake!
fuck?
What
Bro.
is happening? Again, Goff, you managed to slide off your
wanna
side,
cry.
and Mito's just doesn't move, and now her hand is just sort of stuck there again. But your side of the sarcophagus, you managed to pry to the side,
gonna
so it's
cry.
like a jar at this point. And at this point, you kind of peer down into the sarcophagus, and you see there is a corpse there. And as soon as the light hits it, this creature wrapped in head to toe and swathed in bandages just goes "Urgh," and just starts sitting up, and you see this terrible like
Oh
blue
my
light in its
God.
eyes. Okay.
Nice. I love how she just skewers it.
You got 2 more attacks if you want.
Dude,
Don't
this is
forget
probably
you
the
get an
body of like
additional-
they're like.
Don't forget you get an additional D8, I think, on that, don't you?
Yeah,
Oh
you
my
do.
god.
It
Okay,
gets
you know what?
undead.
So here's what happens.
This is probably a really important person.
So here's what happens as
they're dead, it's fine.
as the sarcophagus,
no,
as you
it's
start
fine.
prying the sarcophagus up, and this mummy sits up out of the casket, and you see that this mummy is adorned in all kinds of jewels and like the royal crown of an emperor. Berna just starts flailing and screaming wildly with the sunblade and just hacks it to pieces, and it just moans and falls back into the sarcophagus.
Well,
I think that's valid.
I think that's. He looks at Verna and he kind of nods in like a nervous way. He's like, "Well done. That's probably going to come back to us, I think." Thog don't care. I
It's
don't.
not. It's a body. It's not still.
We have to figure out how to open this door. Well, now that you have thoroughly eviscerated the corpse of someone very particularly important, I'm sure. Does anyone see anything in here that might maybe there's a switch inside? Can Alan roll or someone else want to roll?
Yeah, give me investigation checks if you want to look for stuff.
I mean, Goff will do a glance, but I don't know if that's really gonna. Ellen.
What did Ellen get?
Oh,
Hello?
Oh,
hello.
hello. You're muted.
Red is back.
She left. I guess maybe her internet went out.
Maybe.
Would it still be? It would still be recording, wouldn't
It's
it?
still recording, maybe.
Yeah, it's local recording. It's not streaming. I don't think.
Yeah. I mean,
So-
we can continue if you want.
Okay.
Yeah.
So as this 10 by 10 square opens, it reveals a deep shaft that descends into the Earth's darkness. And you suspect this to be an elevator shaft of some sort, but there's no carriage. It appears that maybe it was recently used, and whoever has taken it down. And in its place, you just spot these two opposing ladders on either side of the shaft, like emergency ladders, that are just guided by these dim green lights that just descend it down and down and down into the darkness.
Not this again. Oh. Did we? Maybe. Should we maybe put this lid back on?
Why?
Why?
We're wasting time.
Oh. For some reason, I thought you meant
You
like the
see-
trapdoor thing.
No, the
no,
sarcophagus.
You see,
Yeah,
Quinn
if
has
we-
already
if we
started climbing
can,
on the ladder.
We might as well.
Oh. Is the lid like ajar off? Like, is it fallen off
It's
of the thing?
ajar.
Is it possible to
Yeah,
slide it back
just-
on really quick?
If you want to try, you're gonna have to use.
The golf will try and do like a quick like shove before falling because he's like he feels a little bad.
Okay, give me
Even
the
though Verna's point is correct and it is an undead that would probably try to kill us. He's just like maybe
Give me an
don't leave
Can I
it.
help him out?
Yeah,
I also,
give me an
yeah.
athletics check.
Both of us, or-
23.
Can I give? Okay. I was just gonna give him advantage.
Or you could, I mean,
It's up to you. I would say that that'll give Goff advantage, but it'll take 2 successful checks to put the lid back.
Oh, okay. Let me.
So-
Is it
Well, I got-
athletics? You said.
my first one was a 23, so
Oh, I rolled a 19. I have expertise in this, so it's
there's
gonna
that
be
dwarven
gross.
strength.
So between the two of you, managed to just shove the lid back into place, disguising the massacre of the first emperor of Alcalad.
You know.
We could just say that Robin did it.
Sure. So Quinn has already started descending down the elevator.
Verna
shaft.
did. Verna tried to grab him.
Oh, did she?
Yeah.
Okay. Give me an athletics check as you try to like grab his arm and he tries to twist away from you. Whew. Yep, I rolled a nat one. So you manage to grab onto his arm and he tries to yank himself away from you. He says, "Let go of me. My love is down there. I have to go. We don't have time to waste anymore."
Well, he's not going to have much of you to catch up with if you trigger a trap and get. All I'm saying is be careful.
He looks toward Verna. He says, "All right, you lead the way." He steps back.
I'll probably have Alan. Is the shaft like wide enough that Alan could like float down on the broom?
No. Well, yes,
Oh,
it's
no?
by 10. Yeah, she can.
Oh yeah, okay. I'll have her do that just so she can have
Okay.
more vision of everything coming up.
All right.
Isn't
Yeah,
busy
give
anything
me
else.
investigation checks for her. So give me an investigation check as she.
That investigation. 33.
33.
Almost a 20.
Wow. Okay, so is she taking the lead, and the rest of you are just going to start climbing down?
I mean, I
after?
imagine that because it's easier for her, because she doesn't have to actually climb. She can just float. She's probably gonna be
Okay.
peering
And
down
are
ahead.
the rest of you climbing down, or are you like
Uh,
waiting for her to give the all clear? Like, what's your plan here?
I mean, how deep is the shaft?
It's goes down and down and down. It's probably
Then
very
we'll
deep.
probably just she'll probably float down a bit and then say it's good to start climbing and then we can go.
So I will
Yeah.
say, as she's continuing down through the entire length of this shaft, there are no traps.
Okay. But still
So-
keeping an eye out, and then we'll just climb down after or however
Okay.
we want to
So
transport ourselves.
You all one by one start climbing down the shaft, and it seems like you're just climbing for a very long time, probably only rivaled by the snake eater ladder. This is
What a
this
thrill.
is
I'm still in a dream.
Vern did tell a joke earlier, so we might all be in a dream.
That's true.
so you're all just proceeding down this ladder for what seems like a good 5-10 minutes, and eventually, as you're continuing your descent down into the darkness, the shaft opens up onto what looks to be a cargo bay of some sort, like a warehouse. You step into this massive hangar with these ancient crates and containers stacked high to the ceiling, and very clearly precursor design in here. There are just very complex angles of obsidian stone marked by the ancient green draconic runes that always are present in the precursor facilities that you've seen. Beyond this hangar, just straight down the center of this cargo bay, you see it's leading to a larger doorway that descends further into the facility. This doorway appears open. It looks like it's recently been opened, but otherwise this place seems quiet. There doesn't seem to be anyone present, and it's just as still as a grave in here. What do you do?
Looks perfectly safe.
Yes.
Nothing could go
Safe.
wrong here.
Of course not.
Just as you say that, a dragon burst out of the thing.
A dragon.
Undead
Yeah.
dragon.
Yeah,
Fucking-
like Skyrim.
Yeah. I was thinking, wow.
Sure.
So the way forward's open. There's no obvious signs of activity other than the door being open.
Yeah.
I guess. Crates.
Yeah, they're just large, like container-style crates, like you might see on a ship.
Oh, like really
Um,
big.
Really big. Yeah. Sure. So it's hard to pry some of them open. But if you give me an athletics check. Okay, so you managed to pry one of the doors of one of these containers open and peek inside. There is some sort of metal devices inside, some technology that you don't quite understand. They look like these cylindrical objects that have like panels sticking off of them at kind of symmetrical angles.
Are they satellites?
You don't know. You don't know what that is.
I know the characters don't know. So I was imagining
They're
like a
not.
satellite.
They're very big. You're not sticking them in your bag. They are literally bigger than you.
It's a television.
I said, Verna, the person who's just finished telling Quinn about we understand the gravity of the speed we must move at, decided suddenly that she needs to pull some kind of potential space
Wait,
satellite out of a
But I'm
cargo
not
container.
Sure. I'm not sure it'll fit through the opening of the bag.
It's as big as the container itself. You're not putting that into the bag of holding. Bag of holding has an aperture of like 14 feet or something. It's not. Or not even 14.
Fine.
It's like 5 feet.
No fun allowed.
No fun allowed.
I will. I guess I'll have Ellen do her usual kind of walking a few steps ahead of everyone, and then I'll
Alright,
just have
yeah.
Goff will walk forward too, and we'll just kind of keep an eye out,
All right,
perception.
sure. So you
investigation,
take out
whatever.
like the lantern of revealing and try to see if
Sure.
there's anything hidden while she
Sure.
looks for traps. And between the concerted effort of the two of you, you pass all the way toward the entrance of this door that leads further into the facility. There's nothing else here.
Right. I
It
figured.
seems like this place is like totally empty. You don't hear or see anything.
So we're at the threshold of the door.
Yeah.
I guess we'll just. I mean, what's beyond the door? What's in the next room?
Just a hallway that
Oh,
leads
okay.
down and down and down.
Guess we'll go in the hallway unless anyone else
Yeah.
wants to do anything.
One more time, could you describe the weird machine in the box?
It looks like a satellite.
Okay, thanks. Since we can't take it with us, I'm just gonna while we're looking at it, I'm gonna make like a super general sketch of it and then move on as soon as we're going.
I'm not sure the panel would fit either.
No, the panel is still bigger than you. It's a big solar panel. But you don't know what that is. Okay, so you continue into this hallway and very cautiously proceeding, because as Ellen makes her way in here, she notices that to the left and right of this corridor are, at regular intervals, are doorways that lead into other rooms. So she'll kind of sneak up to one of them and peer inside to make sure she's not going to be ambushed, and then she like waves to the rest of you to go, and then she goes to the next one and continues. And as you're passing by these rooms, you look inside and you see there are just these embankments of metal consoles that have levers and switches and dials on them, and readouts, very similar to the other technology you've seen in the precursor runes. They are very advanced technology. Seem to be some of them seem to be active, as if somebody has looked through them. They all have strange draconic writing on some of the displays that Sissel can kind of make out some of it. Some of it looks to be corrupted. She kind of notes that the messages on these displays are talking about weather events and temperatures and various geographical surveys that have been done of the continent. So that's what she points out. Um,
Okay, spooky.
is there anything you wish to investigate here, or do you want to continue along?
Um,
Quinn is sort of waiting patiently for you. Verna Sissel says that this appears to date back probably over 5,000 years. This facility is very old. And it has records stemming from that all the way to the present day.
Wow.
I'm gonna say that. I mean, Ella's probably continues doing what she's doing, and Goff is just gonna continue like walking like cautiously forward. I don't know. I don't think that. I don't know about Ellen. I don't know what Mel would want Ellen to do, but Goff has not a particular desire to look into these rooms more closely.
Okay. So, as Ellen continues forward, cautiously waving you through, there are no notebooks or journals, Verna. It looks as if all of this was, I mean, you don't know the term, but essentially this was all recorded digitally. There's no physical note taking anywhere in this facility. And it's all in another language anyway.
Because those precursors be on their phone.
Yeah.
They always be on that phone.
They're on WhatsApp. Is Verna Tataru now? What's happening?
What is happening? What is this, like a fan fiction? What's going on?
So you continue onward with Ellen carefully making her way down, cautiously waving you on once the coast is clear. And soon enough, as you make your way to the end of this corridor, you step forward toward what appears to be a large chamber at the end of this long hallway. And the cold metallic ceiling rests at hundreds of feet high here. And dwarfing the center of the room is this tremendous device, sort of like a half shell of metallic contraption interwoven with wires and tubes and circuits, and a multitude of these gargantuan bulbs protrude from the machine. And they're these bright yellow-green color that occasionally crackle with lightning from within. And the whole room is abuzz with the sound of this churning apparatus, while all around the exterior of the room, surrounding it, you see many monitors and control consoles replete with levers and glowing buttons. So let me
I
get
see
to
the
that.
buttons and I immediately look at Sissel.
Let me get the map out.
If only Red was here.
Yeah.
At this point, I'd say it's probably been an hour, so Tackle probably poofs out.
Yeah.
So
Can he
I'm
fit
gonna-
at least?
Yeah, he can fit.
Okay.
We finally found a place where he can fit.
Yeah. A little narrow right now where you are, but essentially.
Oh,
Whoa.
we're this close to this thing already?
Yeah.
Oh.
You can't see anything, but you can hear at the far end of the room. There sounds like you just hear like tapping.
Like a person tapping or like a
Like some
machine?
a person, maybe. You don't know. Some sound is coming from roughly this location.
I'm sorry, I didn't see where you pinged. Which location?
This location,
Oh, okay.
south end of the room.
Should we maybe send someone stealthy to see what's going on?
I mean, I can have Alan go forward.
If you want to, if that's what you want to do.
I mean, can I have Alan like stealth forward just far enough that she can look around this like
Yeah.
tube thing?
Yep.
Just like not.
Yeah.
Just like a peek, just to see if she can
Yeah,
see anyone. Down.
Absolutely. So give me a stealth roll.
Come on, Crescent Moon dice. Don't fail me. 28.
28. Okay, so Ellen carefully circles around this machine. And as she does so, she spots a large console on the opposite end of the room. And there's a single figure poised at this console, and his back is to you. And you spot the tall, slender, elven form of Robin Farlight, cloaked in fine royal purple noble's garb and an ornate longsword in its hilt. And he works deliberately at this console, pulling up schematics on the screen alongside readouts and other reports.
Is that Dio?
It's no
Cars?
it's a dude from part 2.
JoJo.
Yeah.
Is it just like some random vampire?
It's the guy who was like Jonathan's mentor or something who became known.
Oh, it's like Straits or something?
Dire Straits.
Straitso? Or
Yeah. Stupid. Anyway.
Okay. A lot of the boys in that anime have similar faces. I couldn't
Hey.
tell from far away.
How you feeling? You
Oh,
okay?
welcome back.
Hey.
Not great, but I'm back for now.
If you need
Oh.
to,
Yeah. If you need to
I
step
wanna-
out anytime, don't worry.
Yeah, I'll probably be a little quieter.
Okay.
Is the recording still going?
Yeah, the recording's been going.
because you
I think your
disconnected
net
for
cut
like-
out at one point, so like
Oh no.
we weren't
okay.
sure.
Yeah, no, the recording's still happening. That's not connected to the internet.
Okay.
I'll listen to it at work. It's like a crit roll episode.
Okay.
All right. So Ellen sees Robin at the farm.
She'll. Does it look like he notices that we're here? Does he like give any indication
So-
that he's like aware, or is it
Give
pretty?
me an insight check for Ellen.
I feel like I'm playing Ellen more this session than I'm playing golf.
Well,
I mean, she's very useful.
Specifically in these situations, yes.
I'm probably gonna fail because I rolled the lowest talent. Well, not the I
you have
it's
a
25.
25.
Oh wait, do I have advantage or something, don't I? Wait,
no,
that's
you don't
something
have
else.
advantage.
That's
you,
something.
just you just have reliable talent. So
It's 25.
Okay, 25.
I doubt I can see through a vampire's
So,
deception. but-
Robin doesn't seem to notice Ellen, but based on his body language and his just how he's standing here, there is an element to his posture that seems on guard, as if he's either expecting company or knows that someone might already be in the room with him, and that
Okay.
maybe he is just kind of keeping their back to them to give them a false sense of security.
Okay. All right. Ellen's going to slink back over here, very, very quietly, even though it may not matter. She's going to whisper roughly that information. Like, it's Robin. He seems to know that at least some of us are here, or so there's somebody here, and that he's
Okay.
doing something on some kind of machine. So she'll tell everyone that.
Okay. Quinn looks at the rest of you and says, "What are we waiting for?"
Do we have a plan?
Are we going to try to talk to him?
We'll probably start that way. Probably. Sorry. I have one plan. We think. We suspect he might have one of those worms in his head, right?
Possible.
I might be able to do something. And if it doesn't work, then I don't. We'll have to wait. We'll have to improvise. Wraith, you know how to use the stone.
I do.
Let me look. I need to remind myself of how the stone works. Let me look at it really quick.
Are we trying to get his soul out?
Basically, you have to activate it with a 5th level spell slot. To expel it, you basically just use that 5th level spell slot to expel it, and then it will seek out its original form. Although you're not sure if a powerful creature like Robin, it'll immediately go back to him. He might be able to repel it, in which case you might need to wear him down first.
Yeah.
Yeah, it seems like it works automatically if he's unconscious.
Yeah.
I think Is that something that I could like? We could probably figure for ourselves that it's probably not going to work if we just open it right away.
Right. Yes, that is
Yeah.
correct.
Then I will echo that and just say,
I'll be right back.
I think we might have to rough him up quite a lot for this. We can guarantee that his soul will return. I apologize in advance, Quinn. It might take us a little bit of work to get him to cooperate.
Whatever needs to be done.
Are you ready for this?
Lead the way.
If you can fight him, then just stay somewhere safe and we'll deal with it.
All right. You take point. I'll follow your lead.
And I will just tell you this. He might not recognize you. There's something controlling him. When I mentioned you before, he didn't seem to even flinch at the thought. It's not fully him, just remember that. He's in there somewhere, we'll get him out. But right now he's something else.
I trust you. Do what you need to do.
I'll nod to him. Well, how do we want to approach this? Do we want to sneak in or just walk in and start talking? This is to the group, not to Quinn.
If we're going to talk, I think we might as well just approach. Especially if it seems like he already knows we're coming or suspects we're already here.
I was thinking the same.
Let's at least do it in a way that's badass.
Sure. What a... Is there anything I want to do to precast? Probably don't have anything I can precast. I just want to see if there's anything I can like buff or activate, but probably nothing that lasts long enough. Who has currently? Sissel, Goff, and Quinn have Death Ward, correct?
Yep.
Okay. I guess there's not really much else prep I can do. I don't think I have any like, because most of the stuff I have lasts like a minute, and it will probably talk to him for at least a minute. So
It's up to you.
yeah, I guess I'll just. Oh wait, no, never mind, not that. Oh no, wait, I have a thing I can do. I'm gonna cast.
Yes.
Protection from evil and good
Okay.
on.
Verna already cast it on Mido.
Oh, okay.
Just now.
I'll cast it on. Quinn's got Death Ward. I'll
That
cast it
would-
on Haraith.
Okay.
Thanks.
So that
So-
will give you. Basically, they have disadvantage to hit you. I think. Is that how it works?
Yeah.
And you have advantage at them, or is it just the
I
disadvantage
think it's
portion?
disadvantage. It's only level 1, so.
Okay.
Target also can't be charmed, frightened, or possessed
Yeah,
by
we'll do it.
creatures. So,
Okay.
Haraith is basically a lot of things that a vampire might be able to do. Probably won't work very well
Yeah,
on
charmed,
Haraith.
can't be charmed, frightened, or possessed, and
I'm going to see you do that.
you advantage on any saving throws if you're already possessed or such.
I'm going to see you do that, and then I'm going to cast protection from good and evil on Verna.
Okay. So just a little round robin
Yeah.
protection from.
I'm
evil and
mostly
good,
just sitting
yeah.
here thinking I don't want her to get charmed and try to kill me.
Not again. not a what, like it. How many times has Verna gotten possessed now? Twice.
Twice.
We can't have it. We
She's
cannot
tried to
have a
kill
hat
Hero
trick.
twice, so.
We cannot have a hat trick of Verna trying to
Yeah.
kill her
Okay.
against her own will.
Okay. Alrighty. So, how do you want to proceed?
And then whenever we're ready, I guess we just walk forward.
Let's just like line up, look badass, and walk.
Okay. Are you all coming around one side, or are you going to flank? How do you plan to do
Nah.
this?
I'm just
there goes
gonna go
Verna.
this
There goes
way.
Verna. Okay.
Stand right here.
Okay.
Oh, Ellen. Um, since Ellen is,
Well,
I will have Ellen remain hidden.
okay.
Is there like a way she can like just stay hidden like back here or something, like
Yeah.
out of
Roll a stealth
Robin's view? Another stealth check?
because this is one to hide at this point.
Would she be able to hear everyone from where she is, or would she need to move forward to hear people?
She could hear you. It might be a little difficult because this is a very loud machine, and she's literally just standing right next to it. So it's probably like deafening her at this point. So
Okay,
Cicely,
she'll
you're
just sit here and like keep an eye, like kind of like peer out slightly so she can see like what's like what we're doing.
okay. Cool.
Alright.
right.
And you stealth again.
Sure.
Oh, big.
Where's
A big
Tego
one.
and Mito gonna go?
That was a. Oh my
Where do
god,
they
it's
go?
35. 35 stealth.
Okay. Cool. All right. So as you round the corner, you see Robin raise his head, but he doesn't turn around.
Does Verna want to move forward a little bit more? Just double checking what Verna or Mito, since there are.
Yeah, they're way back there. I don't know what Mito's doing. I don't. Is Lauren here?
Did Lauren say
question.
BRB?
I didn't see it. But oh well.
Oh well.
Okay. So as you round the corner, Robin kind of looks up from what he's doing. He doesn't turn around to face you, but he does start to speak. He says, "Magnificent, isn't it? To think that the precursors built all of this. Their understanding of technology was so far beyond ours."
They were very unique people.
To think they would build such a machine here, of all places. Truly amoral, if you ask me.
You don't know what
Why
this
will you
machine
say
does,
that?
right?
Oh, I'm sorry. Do you not know what this is?
Oh, no,
This
I was
is-
asking you. I was not in character.
Oh, no, you don't know what this thing is.
Okay. Sorry, continue, Alex.
Oh, I just said why would you say that?
Oh, this device engages in weather manipulation, climate control. You see, the precursors altered an entire continent to create the perfect conditions to generate a vacuum, tease tremendous deposits from the Earth. And he starts running his hands over the console and brings up a few reports in Draconic. He says, Operation Bulwark Arcana. Create a motherlode of a vacuum. Use the discharge from it to generate a planet-wide magic shield. One that would be strong enough to repel the pale moon when it came. He sort of shakes his head. But like all things the precursors meddle in, there were unintended consequences. Instead of a shield, they turned a whole landmass into a desert and created the arcane storms that spun quickly out of their control. It sort of begs the question, don't you think? And he kind of looks toward the rest of you. Do you really think you're on the right side?
Do you?
Robin smiles this
Verna
time.
at the same time.
Robin turns around this time. He's smiling. He says, What are you doing here, darlings? Didn't the remaker warn you to mind your own business? Or have you had a change of heart? Wish to join our cause?
Yes, definitely that. That's sarcasm.
Oh, I couldn't tell. You were so earnest.
I have that sort of mind about myself, don't you think?
He smirks at you and he looks toward Verna and he says, Well, I suppose I am fixing their mistakes in a way. Their choices were abysmal. But the technology could be useful. The knowledge.
How do you think you won't make mistakes like they did? What's different?
Because we're not using it to create a shield.
You're
We're
still
using
using it.
No, we're using the knowledge of it. This machine, for all I care, could be scrapped today and I wouldn't bat a tear.
I know it's probably fruitless. Just a general insight check on this conversation because I realized I didn't roll it earlier.
Okay.
Insight on the vampire.
Go ahead. You'll find it very difficult to do
27.
so, however.
I'm just gonna drop in Fizz because he can probably see me anyway. I'm just gonna start walking towards him and just go, alright, why don't you sell us on your idea?
Very well. You see, this is just one in many components to building the perfect world. Understanding climate, weather, the components, the building blocks of reality.
What does a perfect world look like to you?
Sunny skies, temperate breezes. That's just the beginning. That is what the Remaker is doing. He's building a new world, a new reality. One without suffering, without pain. We all have our heart's desire.
Without pain, how will you know that good things are good? Won't it get boring after a while?
I think not. There was something. I can't quite recall it now, but there was some reason I agreed to work with him. You see Quinn kind of step forward. Verna, he looks toward you again. He says, regretful, it's true. But fear not. Everyone will be remembered and everyone reborn in the new world.
I guess you're not aware you sound like a crazy cultist.
Robin, you are no different from the precursors. Your Remaker is no different. You want to rebuild the entire world? You want to start over? How is that any different from what the precursors were trying to do? Alter the way that nature flows. Go against... You can't. It won't. It will not end well.
Well, we shall see.
Just as the precursors meddled and a myriad of consequences bathed this planet with suffering and problems, you will cause the same.
But we have something different on our side. We have 1,000 years of knowledge and testing. We have
No amount of
key
knowledge will
to
stop
the
what
prison.
everything rebalances in its own way. You cannot stop that.
So, say hypothetically you succeed in this. Say hypothetically we even help you on the off chance that you manage to convince us. What's to stop the pale moon from coming down and fucking it all up again?
Well, you, frankly. You see, the New World cannot achieve this reality until certain loose ends are dealt with. The Pale Moon, Gonadar, the Grey Man, the Lady of Change. All of those from the Far Realms who would cause us suffering, spread death. Once they are dealt with, destroyed, or sealed, then the dream can be realized.
So it's not enough that we destroy these things. You want to continue to meddle after that has been solved. You don't want the world to go on and just heal its wounds and carry on the way it should. You want to meddle further. Not be happy
Imagine-
with the success that we would have achieved in this hypothetical situation.
Let me ask you this. Let's assume, best case scenario, you vanquish your enemies, defeat the Pale Moon, defeat Gonadar, banish them all back to the Far Realms or whatever void or nether they came from. What then? Does that solve the violence that happens, the wars? Does that solve the hunger and poverty that exists still in this world, the people who are trodden underfoot of the rich and the powerful? What if we could invent a reality, weave fate's tapestry in such a way to create the best possible outcome for everyone who lives, so that no one suffers ever again and everyone has their heart's desire? Surely all of you have lost something or someone at some point in your lives. What would your lives be like had the best possible outcome been achieved?
What's the cost?
There is no cost.
There is a
We're
great cost.
We're simply using the great power of Tharizdun.
You want to use the power of the Chained Oblivion.
The chained god is nothing more than a vessel of cosmic power. Should you cut off its mind, seal Ganadar away,
No,
it poses
you
no
are
threat.
you are your Remaker's goals may align with ours in some ways, but he is to meddle with that kind of power is error in itself.
I
You
would
do not
normally
meddle
agree
with the
you.
powers of Tharizdun, of Ganadar, of these elder gods. That is not something you even consider.
I would normally agree with you, or at anyone else. But you see, this plan has been a very long time in the making, and we have learned much from the precursors that came before us. They have great knowledge, but they did not know how to use it properly.
This plan is a coward's choice.
Coward's choice. I see it as benevolence.
I
Who
think
are
you'll
you to
find
make a
that
decision for the thousands and hundreds of thousands, millions of people who live on this planet? Wouldn't they have a choice in saying whether they want a better life?
I think you'll find that these problems are not so easily solved. It's not endemic to this world, it's endemic to many other factors. You can't fix all the people with the world itself. Make it
Well,
as pretty as you want. People will still act in error.
we shall see.
We are all flawed. That is what it means to be a Goliath, an elf, a dwarf, human. That is what it means. You cannot get rid of that. Otherwise, it is not. We are no longer what we. We are not no longer. It's not humane. We are just puppets at that point.
Just as you're puppets of the elder gods or the deities who came before you and have started this cosmic war of which you are merely pawns.
Robin,
You are talking to us about being pawns. Sorry, Red.
I've got the proposition for you that I would like you to consider. Clearly, we
Do
don't.
tell.
Clearly, we don't agree on everything right now, or what necessarily to do after the Pale Moon is dealt with. But I think it's pretty obvious that we've got the common goal, at least in terms of sealing away the Elder Gods. Why not join us for a while? We can help each other. Maybe we can come to an agreement later on. And if nothing else, after everything else is dealt with, we can kill each other to our heart's content.
Make a persuasion check.
Okay. Fingers crossed.
Ooh.
A big number.
He thinks about it. He says, an enticing proposition. I certainly have no quarrel with you, and the Remaker has, after all, deemed that you stay alive, and that no harm come to you. But I do have my work to be done. Perhaps in the future. At this point, you see Quinn step forward, and Robin catches sight of him, just grins, and he says, "Ah, I see you've brought friends with you. Oh, we can certainly use all the hands we can get." And Quinn just stares him down. He says, "I've come to save you, Robin. Don't you remember?" Just Robin and he are just exchanging these glances, and you see this look in Robin's eyes, as if he's confused. He says, "I'm sorry, who are you?"
Oof.
Oh.
You see Quinn's face just fall visibly. It's like his heart just sank. He looks over toward you, Hiraeth. He says, "Do you have it, Stone?"
I'll nod.
This is someone very important. I'm sorry, I didn't want to cut him
Sorry.
off. I thought he was done.
Quinn, it's me. Or Robin, it's me, Quinn. We've come to bring the part of you that you lost. We can return this to you. And he nods toward Hiraeth.
Okay, hold on. I'm looking at this text again.
5th level spell,
For
I
this-
think.
We probably don't want to try it right now. Just a heads up. He's fully, he's got full
Okay,
HP.
it's when you're trying to Pokeball a soul, their HP has more to do
Oh.
with.
Yeah.
If
Yeah,
you're
so-
expelling a soul, it's different.
Right, but you still don't know if because he has a very powerful creature, if he could just delay the soul entering his body.
If the
might
target
have to
soul
wear
is
him
in
down.
conscious form, the conscious creature just make a wisdom saving throw. On failure.
I'm looking at Hiraeth just to see what she's doing.
I'm gonna
I'm
move
just-
Mido because I'm assuming Mido wants to be nearby in case anything kicks off instead of at the back of the.
I'm getting ready to do something, but it depends entirely.
I'm just
on
wondering
what
if
Hiraeth
I
is doing.
if I should give it a shot and see if we can just do this, and then start it off that way, or just see if we had. Okay. Let me check how many fucking spell points 5th level is, so I don't. bug
7.
myself. Okay. I just want to I feel like this is a Pokemon encounter. I want to try a quick ball. So I'm going
At this
to.
point, it would be a timer ball. But
It's one or the other. I'm going to pull out the Soul Stone and I'm
Okay.
going to activate it. And I'm going
Okay.
to try to expel the soul and
Okay.
see how it goes.
All right. The jagged purple shard of rock glows brightly, and then shatters in your hand as it expels this radiant yellow ball of spirit energy, which flies toward Robin.
As Hiraeth does this, the moment I see the stone shatter, I summon the crows.
Oh shit. Okay.
Ooh.
Looking at something real quick.
If we're all doing something, can I also do something?
No. I'm gonna say.
Oh, I mean, I've been ready.
not-
I've been Goth's been ready to do something. Like the moment, it seemed like it was time to do something.
Okay.
but
Just tell me what you want to do first, and I'll make that decision. What do you want to do?
It's a complete gamble because I don't know if it'll work.
Well, you got to tell me what it is.
I don't want to overload the situation. I just feel like it's
I
important.
know it's one of these things where this isn't like a concerted effort. Like you haven't all communicated this previously, so that's why I don't want it to just be like a dogpile situation.
I'm not trying to do damage to him. I'm trying to eliminate a possible problem.
Well, tell me what you want to do.
Okay, I want to try casting Turn Undead,
Okay.
which now this is why it's a gamble because I have no idea what the nature of this thing is. If there is a worm in his ear or brain, if it counts as a fiend or an aberration or an undead, it would work against it.
Okay, sure. To cast Turn
I
Undead.
want, and it has to be is a target that can see or hear me. So
Yes.
the goal here is I want to see if I can use this to eliminate that worm. I don't know if I can. It's just because I don't. Obviously, there's nothing I can know about this thing. It's just an idea that Goff had.
Sure. Well,
So I want to try it.
okay. So turn undead. What's Sissel doing again? She's
Summoning radiant like the moment I see that soulstone shatter, I summon radiant crows and confer wisdom disadvantage.
okay. So roll the damage on the crows because the crows are going to do damage.
Yeah.
And in the meantime, let me just get his stats out. Okay. So disadvantage on wisdom saves. Okay. Shitty roll. Okay. So, Goth, you see this ball of yellow energy fly out. At the same time, Sissel, you summon these crows. You see these. What color are they? What flavor?
They are radiant crows. They're just blindingly bright crows.
So
made out
this
of
swarm
light.
of radiant white-blue crows begin circling Robin's head, and at the same time, Goth used it as a signal to cast Turn
I have a
Undead.
question.
Yeah?
Where does it say in the soulstone information that it shatters when you do this? Because I don't.
That's just what
Oh,
happened
that's
with
just
this one.
okay.
Yeah, because it was a powerful soul.
Well, I wish I had known that before I did that because now I'm feeling like I made a mistake. So, oh well.
So
We'll see.
here's how this plays out. You cast Turn Undead,
/ destroy.
/ destroy undead.
So if and he works on fiends and aberrations. So if that thing in his brain counts,
You
if it's there.
you see him hold his head briefly as he shrugs off the effect of the Turn Undead. Doesn't seem to have any other effect on him. But what you do see is coalescing into mist around you are a number of figures.
Hoo-hoo.
Oh, I knew I should have used True Sight. Fuck.
No, they came out of the mist. They were
Oh,
mist that
thought
like
they were
swarmed in.
visible.
But the Turn Undead would hit a couple of them. That's why I needed to
That was
know.
useful.
Well, I doubt any of them are a low enough CR to get destroyed.
They're not a low enough CR, but they could be turned. So, what's the DC?
Oh, I think it's 20.
Yeah.
It's 20.
So,
Robin did have disadvantage on that.
he did
still
have disadvantage,
succeed?
but I rolled a 20 and a 19.
Oh, gross.
But the other two did fail, so they are turned. So those Remaker Fighter and Remaker Sorcerer are turned. You see Robin grunt for a second and then look back up at you, and he says, very well. This could have been so much easier. And he slams his hand on the console, and you hear some the machine in the center of the room start revving up. And at this point, I need all of you to roll initiative.
Man, I was really hoping that trick would work.
Ooh, that's good. Initiative for tackle is basically the same.
Okay. Oh wow.
Can't believe
16
I'm
for tackle.
rolling well because I feel like this initiative thing always is garbage.
Yeah. Hold on a second. I gotta roll initiative for all these boys.
Can you put Goff and Ellen on there
I can do that.
when you have a chance?
Yes. So the sorcerers get. Okay. And the fighters get. Okay. And Robin gets. Where's my dice? Ooh, not great. So Robin has. Yeah, damn, that sucks. Okay. Who are we missing? Got everyone?
I think so.
Okay. Oh, Quinn. Damn. Okay. Pretty good for Quinn. Okay. Oh, wrong one. Sorry. Other one. Other one. Sorry. Hello?
Oh, well. I don't hear
Discord,
anything.
please. There we go. Okay. Seeing these figures coalesce from the mists around him, Quinn immediately ducks back, seeing this one is starting to cower in fear from the turn undead, he is going to take the opportunity to. He's going to use a bonus action to hide over here. Okay. And then he's just going to peek out and take a shot. That does not hit. So that's his turn. Shit. Okay. Remaker fighters. This one is turned, so he is going to use his full movement to run. And this one is going to rush forward toward Mito and make 2 attacks with his greatsword. So Mito, that is
what about protection from evil and good?
That is
You have
true.
symbols for
So they're
this.
going to be
Mito. Who has it? Mito, Haraith, and Verna have protection.
Yes.
There should be symbols in the
So, wow. Okay, so the first one doesn't hit because there's disadvantage. That was a natural 1, and then the second one also doesn't hit. So, Mito, this fighter strikes out toward you with his greatsword, and
Not very great, huh?
every time it impacts with you, this blinding flash of light erupts from your form and sends it off in another direction. At the end of his turn, Robin is going to use one of his legendary actions. You see him draw a rune in the air as he uses his blood magic, and he is going. You see him draw his sword, and the sword immediately ignites on fire, as does his 2 arms. So that's going to be his legendary action. That brings us to Ellen.
Before I do Ellen, I have a quick question. Is the crow still active? Does Robin still have disadvantage on saving
On
throws? Wisdom.
Uh-huh.
Okay, that's just important to know for Goth later.
So I will say this, however, I forgot to mention, as the ball of energy from the Soulstone flew out toward him,
that's
he
important.
sort of batted it away at the last second, and now you see the ball of lightning energy sort of circling the room up top, looking for another opportunity to try to latch onto him.
Okay, so it's just waiting for its opportunity to get in there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Ellen is hidden still, right? As far
Yes.
as we know.
Uh-huh.
So she could probably get. How does it work if she's like hidden but combat's already started?
You have advantage on attack. The first
Okay,
attack.
well, since it's popped off, and Ellen can't see Quinn, she'll just attack the nearest thing she can. Is this thing turned?
Yes.
Wait, does it being turned have any effect on? That just means it runs away, right? It doesn't.
Yes. Yep. Until
What,
it's
are the, what other things does being turned have to do? Is it just run away? Like
they have to run away, and they until they're
It can,
attacked.
oh, for its action, it can only use the dash action to try to escape from the effect that prevents it from
Yep.
moving.
Yep.
There's nowhere to move. The creature can use the dodge action.
Yes.
Okay. Well then, all right. So she'll
Not
just
turn yet, so it can't use an action. So
okay. So she'll just peek out and she will unleash an arrow. Oh,
Okay.
does she have sneak attack, or need to try to use inquisitive?
You have advantage on the attack because you're hidden. You have sneak attack.
So okay, advantage. It's a 9 and an 11. So 23.
23 hits.
Okay. So that's a 6 plus 7. D6 plus 7. The 10 from the base bow, and
Okay.
then
An 8d6. 28. So
Lot
yeah,
of
Ellen
ones.
peeks around the corner and knocks an arrow and just shoots this thing right into the darkness of its hood. You just hear like a choking sound for a bit before it pulls the arrow out and throws it aside. It's no longer turned because it's been attacked.
Oh, is that how turning works?
Yes. Uh-huh. As soon as it's attacked, it wears off.
Oh, shit, okay. Oh, I guess I should probably also just for the sake of doing, I should do the inquisitive thing on this guy, because until he's dead.
Oh, if you
Or
want
until I-
to action to do that, yes.
Yeah, so insight. 17 plus something. Plus a big number.
It's fine. You won.
Okay. This is what it's like. This is what it's like to play with power.
Power.
Okay, I'm gonna say that's Ellen's turn.
Okay, Verna. Which wizard? There's a few wizards. Okay. That does not hit. That does hit. Holy shit. That's a lot of damage. You get an extra amount of damage, right? Or does that include the extra turn undead damage? Or not turn undead, the fact that they are undead. Okay. So it's an extra 2, and then it needs to do a saving throw of some sort, right? So trip attack is a strength save. What's the DC? Okay, it rolled a 21, so it manages to succeed on that. So you try to like trip it, but because of how long its robes are, it's really hard for you to see where its feet are, and you just sort of whiff your back. Oh, that sucks. So it manages. It sees the sunblade coming this time. It manages to just duck out of the way at the last second. And that will be your Torn. I'm gonna say at the end of your turn, Robin traces another rune in the air. He's going to use another one of his legendary actions. This time,
Are these spells or are these like?
these are magical
They're
abilities.
special bullshit
Just
that
making
can't
sure.
be counterspelled.
Sissel remembers.
I remember.
Pepperidge Farm members. So
Finally, counter spells are counter spells.
So he points toward, I want to say, knowing what's happened before, he points toward Hiraeth. And Hiraeth, I need you to make me strength save, please.
Oh boy. Oh,
Do you
boy.
does protect me evil good have any effect on this? Does Wraith have advantage or anything, or is it?
You do have advantage. Robin is
It
legendary.
doesn't have any kind. No, it just says disadvantage on attack rolls. It doesn't say anything about.
Yeah, but you have.
Oh.
There's a thing about protection from evil and good, which is you have advantage on any saving throws.
Any new saving throw against a relevant.
Oh, I'm sorry, I read the wrong thing. Okay, so no, you don't have.
It says I can't be charmed, frightened, or possessed. So
Okay,
if it's any of
so this
those,
doesn't.
but-
No, you just have straight strength saving throw, please.
Oh well, I rolled well, so thank God. Strength save. That's a 21.
Ooh, good roll.
Natural 19.
So as he tries to use his telekinetic restraint ability on you, you take 8 points of psychic damage. Actually, is it psychic? No, it's force. So you take 8 points of force damage, and you feel yourself being crushed, but you are not restrained because you managed to shrug off.
I flex powerfully.
At count 20,
Oh,
lair
boy.
actions.
Oh boy.
You see the machine in the center
my
of the room
God.
begin to light up, and then above in the ceiling of the room, you see a thundercloud beginning to form.
Oh shit.
Oh no.
Nothing happens this round, however. That brings us to Sissel.
Well, guess I'm gonna live with that. This is a gamble. Sissel takes
Oh, I did
flight.
want to ask. Can I interrupt real quick?
Yeah, remember it.
Yeah,
What happened to the soul when the thing exploded?
it's still circling the room.
Okay.
It's
Because-
waiting for a moment to go into the body.
All right. Just making sure.
Okay.
Oh no.
Sissel
Oh, no.
takes flight and make sure that she is in view of all the fighters. She's about like 10, 20 feet in the air.
Is she got a fucking tetra flare? What's going on?
Oh
She... you might know what you're gonna do. She just yells, "Join with me, Remakers! Your leader is a charlatan. I'll create your new world." Mass suggestion.
Oh no!
Yes!
Oh my God,
That's
it's a high wisdom
terrifying.
Save, huh?
Goth looks up at Sissel for a second. He's
God
like, what the fuck?
Damn it! fucking cult leader Sissel Blackwell over here.
Curious
just-
just like puts her axe under her arm to clap.
So it
Just
affects
imagine what
her
Sissel would be like if she wasn't with the blue hearts at this point.
Oh god, yeah.
So this is a
She'd be running a
60-foot
gang.
60-foot range. That affects. All of these boys, huh?
Yeah.
And it's creatures specifically, so it can be anything. So it doesn't matter that they're undead. Okay. So, shit.
Come
Okay,
on, let's get a
let me-
few of these boys rounded up.
Let's get a few of these boys.
Let's lasso them in.
Okay, let me roll. So this is wisdom save.
Yeah.
Okay, 21. The spellcasters first. Okay. And then the fighters. Oh, I'm using the wrong. Sorry, I was using the wrong thing to roll. That's not their save. Okay. Okay. And the fighters. Okay. And Robin is.
Has disadvantage, by the way.
He
I
does.
don't know if that's gonna work.
That'd be really fucking funny if he fails.
Really funny.
Okay. So here's what happens.
Shit.
I'm gonna put little icons. Jesus Christ. Okay. So here's what happens. Suggestion. These are the ones that are suggested. I'll put a little icon on them. So there's this boy, and
Uh-oh.
this boy,
Uh-oh.
and this boy.
Uh-oh.
Robin also failed, but he's gonna use a legendary action to succeed.
Oh, the
Burned
resistance.
it legendary resistance.
It's a really good move. Good work.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah,
that
it's not
So
that
this
changes
one
things.
succeeded.
Okay, that
Well, you
was
guys don't know that they are mind
Yeah.
control now. So, like, if
But
you
if we-
attack them, they become hostile again to you.
I don't think so.
Uh,
Oh, well, yeah. Do
Yeah.
I know which ones failed?
no, you would not. No. I would
Okay,
say
I'm just gonna say, hold off for now. See if it takes effect. I don't know.
So, at the end of your turn, he's going to use his last legendary action. He looks up at you, Sissel, and he says, "Well, that was very clever. How about this? I need you to make a strength saving throw, please."
Oh no. Good luck, Sissel, with your
Uh-oh.
with your glass bones and paper skin.
Easy, baby. Save modifier.
But
You immediately feel your body freeze up as you are telekinetically held in place. You are then flung across the room. You take 19 points of force damage, and you are moved 40 feet away. So he just throws you against the far wall, like
Like a wet paper towel.
you just are basically slammed against this wall. Wham! And that is his legendary action.
Sissel fight Sans.
Mito.
Mito.
Mito turn.
Mito.
This is the fucker who hit me, who tried to hit me, right?
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna hit him back.
Okay. That hits.
There's that, and then there's this. Oh, no,
Ooh.
sorry. Oh, no. No, yep, it's the first one, sorry.
Yep. Okay.
Um,
Get some more attacks.
God.
Holy shit.
God.
is it 46 when I
God.
crit?
Yeah, it's.
Yeah, I just rolled 2d6 twice.
Ooh.
Oh.
No, that's not a great roll. You got one more attack. That hits too. Jesus Christ.
Mito is just.
I want to tell you, if you hadn't done that 5 points more of damage just now, he would have had 69 HP.
Oh,
Oh,
damn it!
nice.
Fuck.
Oh.
Okay. Yep. Wow. You kind of chewed through that guy. So he comes at you with his longsword and whiffs on both attacks, and then actually don't you get advantage on all these attacks as a protection from evil and good, or is that only just? Okay, no, it's the other way. Never mind.
I thought it was
Ignore that. Yep. So he pings off your this divine protection you have harmlessly, and then you spin around and just 1, 2, 3 with your rapier, striking a big. You do the first 3 parts of an M on his chest.
Yeah.
For Mario.
Like Zora.
Mario.
For Mario.
Wow.
Naito. That brings us to Hiraeth.
Kind of love that.
I'm going to activate my go fast
Gotta go fast button.
patch. Yeah.
So that's your action.
That is my action. And
You have a hasted action.
I have a hasted action.
Oh.
What do I want to do?
Wasted Hero, what will she do?
I'm just not sure how I feel about running in and attacking, but I do have protection from good and evil, so I think I am going to do that.
Okay.
Okay. Well, actually, no, I want to go right here. I will make a swing with my Bloodforged battle axe.
Okay. Damn.
Ooh, natural 20. Y'all, I'm
Ooh.
doing it tonight. It's really going. This die that has been total shit for me for weeks.
All right.
Okay.
Yep. That's a hit.
I'm
That's
just
a
finding
bingo.
my weapon. It's D8 again. Where you go? Right here. Okay, so it's only 3. So 6 points plus 13 points of damage.
13 points of slashing damage.
I am damaged, so he will have to make the save. What save is it again? Con save DC 14.
Okay. Yep, he succeeds.
Okay, just making sure. And then I'll like do that swing, and then with my hasted speed, I'll spin around and set it and like whirl out the viol, and I'll play the defense song for +2 AC. I
Okay,
think it's
plus
+2
2.
now, and it's
Plus
45 now.
45 feet, yeah.
So it'll hit everybody, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
That is my action.
It's tackle turn.
My turn. Tackle turn.
Tackle turn.
He's free.
He's free.
He's gonna speed. He's gonna run.
Could you imagine this huge cat just barreling at you?
Yeah, that'd be fucked up. Too bad it's a good thing he's on our side.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, don't say
He's
something
within
like that.
range
Don't
to
do
hit.
that.
Because it's 10 feet.
Yeah, it's
10
you can
10
do
10
it.
feet,
I'm
10.
just remembering what his damage is. Since I've hurt people with him.
Brother, I heard people.
Oh, yeah, I hurt people. Let's see. With a blast. Wait, I have this in a sticky note. Where's my sticky note?
You have a tackle personal item thing.
Yeah, I have a list of sticky notes. Here we go. Okay. So that is.
That does not hit.
Do. Well, he's just gonna growl and look very menacing and also displays.
Good try. It is Goff's turn. It is Tom back. The answer is no. Oh. Is that him? No. Okay. Hello? Tom, you back?
Oh.
Hi.
It's your turn.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It
is
just got to your turn.
Oh, okay, sorry.
You had to go to the bathroom, I saw.
What happened? Last thing I saw was Mito was tearing you to pieces.
Other than
basically
that,
it.
not a whole lot.
Okay.
He and
Did a-
Tackle attacked.
Yeah. Attacked him. Yeah. Attacked
Just like
Robin.
tacked, like no spells or anything.
I used the defense song, but that's it.
Okay.
And then
Since I'll set to hold off for a second on some of these guys. Okay, there's so many things to remember. I'm sorry. I know it was gonna be my turnaround when I got back.
Both Hiraeth and Tackle went after Robin.
Mm-hmm.
What did Robin do?
No, they attacked.
went after him.
Robin
went
has not
towards
gone
him.
yet. He has
Okay.
not
Yeah,
had his
yeah.
full turn yet.
I will.
Oh, his Sissel is held.
Sissel
He's
isn't held. Sissel was just flung against the wall.
She was
Oh.
telekinetically grabbed and thrown, but she's fine now, right?
Yeah. He has two different mind abilities. One is a restraining ability, and the other one's a flinging ability.
Okay.
Oh, okay. So she's not like restrained right now.
No.
Okay.
Where is it? What level spell is it? Too many fucking spells.
Tell me, and I can look it up for you. Do you remember
No,
what
I-
it is?
No, I can type it in. I got it. Level. Oh, it's a 4th level spell. Concentration? No. Duration 1 hour.
Whoa. What the fuck are you casting?
I'm trying to decide if I want to be defensive or I want to be offensive.
Oh, make your decision.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. I didn't know it was going to be turn around when I got back. It happened so quickly.
It's fine.
I looked at the board. I was like, oh, I'm not up yet right away. So okay. I'm going to. Seeing what happened to Sissel. I'm gonna do something I know will work. Start off. Oh wait, does it still have disadvantage on wisdom saves?
Yes.
Yeah.
Ah,
That's
man,
for like a minute. He has.
burn a resistance at least. Never mind. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna cast hold person on.
Oh shit.
Robin.
Okay. All right.
I mean, it's not gonna work, but if
a wisdom
he
save?
fails, 20 is a DC. If he fails, then
Okay. So the
Burn
lowest he rolled
resistance.
was. Okay, he succeeded.
fuck. Okay.
It was a good shot, but he has a very high wisdom save. I just had to roll very low the first time.
Okay.
That's your turn. That's your action.
That's my action. Bonus action. Man, I just wish I had a better selection of bonus actions. I have like 2 bonus actions I never use. Fuck, I don't know. I guess. Man, I don't know. I guess that's it. I guess I
Okay.
don't have any.
All right.
I could bring out the shield, but I feel like I only ever attack with that once, and that just doesn't do anything for the rest of the battle. So like,
Okay.
because this
It
motherfucker's
very
probably gonna
slowly
teleport.
tries to chase
Yeah,
something.
Yeah.
like he's probably
They
gonna
don't have very high
teleport.
speed. Okay, so
If I was able to move faster, I would use it more.
The
But
Remaker sorcerers, you see these 2 robed figures, sort of look up towards Sissel, when she was casting that spell, and sort of like nod in agreement. They're like, huh, okay.
Hmm.
And then they both
Huh.
turn toward
makes
Robin.
sense.
And they both turn toward Robin, and they hold their hands out, and fire these beams of cold energy, as they both cast Ray of Frost.
Nice.
Sissel's like getting up from the wall and just cackling.
Okay, so this is the first is a natural 20.
Wow.
The other one also hits, so that is not that much damage. So the first one does 14 points of frost damage, and the second one does 5. Wow, that was really low rolls. So, well, 19 points of frost. That brings us to Robin's turn. He looks around and he sees that you have done something to his followers, and he says, well, it's a hard time for me to be above the fray, I suppose. And he starts floating up. He flies up about 40 feet. And then he starts tracing a rune in the air. And he is going to use This fucking stupid ability. Who's gonna hit? Is the question. It's gonna hit.
Oh boy.
Actually, he's gonna float a little. I don't know. It's really hard to actually, because he doesn't want to be in it. Let me just see. So if I put it there, you know what? He's gonna like squeak a little to the side here and then cast it. As you all feel the gravity in the room start to become burdensome. So this is going to affect Hiraeth, Goff, Verna, Tackle. Mito is just out of range. It's going to hit Quinn and Ellen as well. As the Gravity Crush spell goes off, I need all of you to make strength saving throws, please.
Everyone?
Everyone but Sissel and Mito. So Tackle included in that.
I'm rolling
Okay.
suspiciously.
So
well.
Verna, you
Strength.
succeeded. Hiraeth failed.
Strength
I failed?
save?
Yeah.
19? Is it 20?
Yeah.
Damn!
You should have strength save.
Strength save, please. So I need one for Quinn and Ellen. Quinn failed. Cecil succeeded.
That's tackle.
Alan and
Oh,
Goff.
it's Tackle. Tackle
Yeah,
succeeded.
Sissels out
Sorry.
of it.
I need one for Ellen and one for Goff.
They both failed.
Both failed. Okay. So as the
Wait. Oh,
Yes.
I don't think Alan has anything for this, does she? Rogues. Okay.
No. So as the spell goes off, all of you who failed take.
Actually, you know what? I'm gonna. You know what? I'm
Yeah.
gonna roll
What do you wanna
again. I'm gonna use my luck point.
The
Once
luck
per
point
se-
automatic.
once
The
per
luck
se-
point. The luck point automatically succeeds. You don't have to roll
Oh,
again.
then I succeed. I was like, well, it's once per session. I should probably just use it.
Yep. So
Okay.
you succeed on the
I
roll.
succeed.
Okay. So those of you who failed, which would be Hiraeth, Ellen, Quinn, and that's it. You take 59 points of force damage,
Ah!
Oh my.
and your speed is reduced to 1/4.
51.
While you were within this 30-foot radius, which I can't draw it right now. It's fucking impossible to draw circles on this stupid.
I'm so glad that I saw your fucking MP.
That was the wrong one!
I was like,
Um,
how are you outside
Those
so
who
much?
succeeded take 30 points of force damage, but are not affected by the gravity slowing their movement.
So it's 61?
30 for those who succeeded, 59 for those who failed.
Oh, okay.
0 for tackle because of avoidance.
Right.
Tackle's
Fucking
Wait.
tackle.
powerful.
Tackles.
Oh, is avoidance something different than evasion?
Avoidance is like evasion, but for all saving throws.
Oh, it's actually stronger than what Ellen can do. Wow.
So Hiraeth and Ellen and, by the way, Quinn, not looking great.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
We told him to get out of here.
You didn't know that was going to happen. You do, however, see that as he sets the spell off, the Gravity Crush spell also does somewhat affect the machine in the center of the room. You see some of like the metal buckling underneath it, and you look up above, and the storm seems to reduce in potency a little bit.
Oh.
But that's it. That brings us to Quinn, who is at the very edge of this Gravity Crush spell and is just going to spend his time getting out of it. And he's gonna like get back here and drink a healing potion. Not great. 13 points of health. That's all he's gonna do. The one Remaker fighter that is still remaining is still gonna take another couple of swings at Mito. The one who's not,
Disadvantage.
yeah. So with disadvantage, and then the other one who is, he's still turned.
Oh, I need to roll concentration, don't I, for my protection? Right?
Yes.
I think we all have to do that. Not to like
yes.
be like the fucking like the tattletale in the class, but I'm not realizing that we probably all have to roll the
I'm
the-
pretty
Shit,
sure there's no
I-
way I could roll anything high enough to deal with 59 points.
Yeah,
of
that's basically a
so-
DC 30.
I might be able to keep it up
Contract.
on. Who did I put it on? Haraith?
Verna's drops her
Okay,
protection.
so Verna
from
no longer
Quickening
has
Evil.
protection.
Did
Uh,
Verna?
Verna only took half damage, so she succeeded on keeping
Okay,
hers
so it's a
up.
15
Mine
DC, right?
15 if you succeeded, yes.
Wait, did I
That's a
didn't.
You
20.
do
You
it.
keep it.
Okay.
No, I'm sorry. Haraith keeps hers. I think
Okay.
Mido loses. No, Mido keeps it. Haraith
I
keeps
didn't
it.
get hit.
Verna loses hers.
I know, but Verna cast Protection of Evil and Good on you and took
Oh.
damage. and had to
Concentration.
maintain concentration.
Uh,
Okay, so the Remaker fighter that's engaged with you, Mido, tries to do 2 more attacks at you, misses entirely, and the one who's been suggested over in this corner, he's still turned, so he's still running into a wall basically.
He's just auto walking into a wall.
Yeah, gonna auto run into Phoenix. That brings us to
Ooh.
Ellen's turn.
Oh,
It's Ellen. Ellen's turn.
ooh.
oh, Ellen. Thank you, Lauren. Thank you for.
Ah.
No, I was doing the fucking Minecraft.
No, I know.
stuff.
I know. I was
What-
too,
what's
and
Ellen
then I
doing?
did. Then I did the human.
Ellen. What? So, what are the effects of the gravity crush spell? What does that mean?
Anyone who's caught in it has 1/4 of their movement speed. So take
Wait.
your current movement speed, divide it by 4
Fail or anyone?
if you fail.
So Goff doesn't have that effect, but Ellen does.
Correct. But Ellen is just at like the outskirts of it, so literally 1 tile over will get her out.
Where is the effect?
It was centered in a
Roughly?
way that I think like all of you are actually just like right on the cusp of it. So like if Hiraeth moved like 1 tile south, she'd be out of it.
So which way does Ellen have to move? 1 tile west?
Northwest. Yeah.
Northwest?
North or northwest. Yes. Does that-
How much movement does it consume to
Did
do
you
that?
subtract her damage?
Oh no, I'm sorry. She failed. It was 59.
Failed. It was 59 points of damage. Yes.
Sorry, I just didn't remember to do it. So how much movement does it consume for her to move the 1 square out? You know.
20.
Ooh. 20. You can move 2 more spaces. Where like can she move down here? Is that?
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, that's out of it. I can't really draw it because the circle tool on this thing sucks.
Oh wait, no, she's on the broom.
Yes,
So she
but
actually
the broom is still affected.
no, but that means she still has more movement than I initially
Yes.
thought because it's 50.
Yes, so she still has 30.
She was here, so that's. Wait, 1/4 of 50 is.
Hey,
Wait,
don't
I'm
worry
sorry.
about it. Don't worry about it. You used 20 to get out.
20,
And now you still
okay.
have 30.
Okay, and if she goes northeast, she'll be fine.
Yes,
I'll have her
northwest.
move-
Northwest.
Oh wait, so going
It's
this
fine.
way
Don't
will.
worry about it. Yeah, that way's fine too.
I'm sorry, I just don't know what the effect is. I'm just trying to
I
figure out where
know.
she can go.
I'll try to see if I can draw it. It's just really annoying to use these tools.
I wanted her to go around so we weren't all completely weighted onto one side of the map, but
Sure.
um,
See if I can draw this. So it would have been centered like. I think this is probably too big actually. I think it was like this basically. Is how big it is.
oh, okay, it's about there.
Yeah.
Ellen will seeing that that's where that is. She will 30 more feet and get to there. Can't really do anything from here. Well, does the machine look like it's creating a storm, right?
Yes.
Does it look like there's any weak points Ellen could shoot since she's right here?
It looks difficult. It doesn't look like there's weak points to this thing really. It just looks like it's taking damage from
No crazy hot vents on the
No.
on the big spaceship you could shoot
No.
to get the bonus on the
No, you don't
special
get the
event.
bonus. You don't get the heroic event on
Fuck.
Destiny 2.
Okay. Well, can she do like a check to see if there's anything she can see that would help
Yeah, give
stop
me an
it?
investigation check. But that'll be your. This will be your action.
I mean, it's either that or she just does a full movement to get, or a dash to get around, and then she can't do anything.
Mhm.
Okay, so she's rolling a investigation.
Yes, but this will be your action if you do this.
That's fine. Investigation 14 plus. Oh, I'm looking at Goff. I was like 0. That can't be right. 28. To look for some way of deactivating or slowing down the machine.
This machine looks extremely alien to you. It doesn't seem to have any obvious weak points. It seems to be buckling under the intense force that Robin has created here, but other than that, it doesn't look like something that you can just meddle with and tamper with.
Oh bollocks! That's it. That's all of this turn.
Okay.
She says she moves out of the air. He says bollocks, and then
All right,
stops.
Verna. He's flying up in the air. He's like 40 feet up.
Good thing Laverna has her Gomu Gomu no halberd, and she
Oh my
can
God.
she can take a bite of gum gum and just
Holy shit.
what? Does Verna have a gun?
Verna's got a...
Oh fuck!
It hits. Can you do any other cool things with that? I don't... Can you trip with a ranged weapon? Hello?
Yeah, shoot him in the foot.
But he's flying.
Well,
It does
You-
only say weapon attack. Huh.
does it say that they have to be grounded?
It says when you hit a creature with a weapon attack, you can expend a superiority to attempt to knock the target down.
I feel like
Uh,
Percy's done this.
They make a
before.
strength save, and on a failed save, you knock them prone. Huh. Hmm. Okay, sure. God damn it. Sure. Strength save DC 13 or 18. That is a natural 19. So that would have been funny to watch, but
That would have been
unfortunately.
extremely funny.
You just shot him in his foot, and he just like was
He's
like,
like,
ah!
"Fuck."
And he just yeah.
That's funny. All right. Yep, those all hit. Actually, no. The second one does not hit. The one that was a 13 does not hit.
She really wants to knock him out of the air. That'd be so fucking.
Are you trying it again?
She said she's gonna do it again.
That's a natural 18.
Fuck! I really think the enemies in this D&D campaign just need to like tone it down a bit with the flying.
That's fair. Okay. Is that your turn? Oh shit! Okay, you.
Oh
really
my
wanna knock
God,
him
action
down.
surge on the
That does-
longbow?
That does not hit. That doesn't hit. That doesn't hit.
No! You gotta be
So
fucking kidding me, dude.
That's a lot of low rolls. That's just the way the dice rolls. That was like a
Fuck,
5, a
dude.
3, and
Literally,
a 4.
it was all within two. Like it was all just.
No.
Jesus Christ!
That sucks so badly.
I fucking hate Roll20 sometimes, dude. I'm like that fucking like. That fucking dog picture where he's barely holding it together and his eyes are watering.
the
I'm so
count
sick of
20.
Roll20.
At count 20, you see the storm up above beginning to take shape, and crackle and roil, and a bolt of lightning strikes down, and then as soon as the bolt of lightning emits from this cloud, the cloud dissipates, and the bolt of lightning is going to hit Goff. I need you, sir, to make a Constitution saving throw, please. I know you're good at those.
Well, could be better. Well, 20.
That's just what you needed.
I had a
shit.
feeling. I got a 16 plus 4.
God
God bless the dwarven
so
belt
because you
dwarven kind.
succeeded, instead of dropping to 0 HP, you only take
What?
55 points
Dampen elements.
of
Yikes.
psychic damage.
What? Psychic damage? It's a lightning bolt, Falk. Don't you tell me it's
It's
psychic
from an
damage.
arcane storm, though.
Oh my god, dude.
Excuse me, force damage. Sorry, not psychic.
Fuck off. I love how you're like, now that you have this cool avatar stone, you can block all these new types, but I'm not going to use any of those for the next many combats. I'm going to use a bunch you
took
can't
55
block.
points force damage. Sorry.
This was deliberate. me all these
Yeah, I'm
things. I think it was-
targeting Goff in particular.
How much was it?
55. That brings us to
Don't
Cecile.
oof! You did this! You could have made it lightning! You know what you did.
Yeah, but at this point you see that sparks are sputtering out of the machine. You don't think it can do that again.
Sissel's just
was a-
getting up off the ground just makes that sound.
God.
She's just thinking about the spell she cast. She's just like picking
Yeah.
herself up.
Okay. One sec.
Colonel.
Oh no, poor Mel.
What happened to Mel? Oh.
Okay. Oh no.
I know this is going to be a bit of a long one tonight, I think, because of a combat. But if y'all want to pause and pick it up, I can do that. Otherwise, we can just keep going.
I'm okay with that personally because
Yeah.
I'm just starting to get fatigued.
Because I know it's 12:30, and that's usually when we stop. It's up to you. If you
I'm
want to pause
okay
it, and
either way. I'm okay if we pick it up. So we can have more people. I'm feeling sick all night.
If we're stopping, can you Falk, please put, or can people put symbols on Haraith? Well, for Haraith has one, because mine don't have a symbol, so we remember that she has protection from evil and good. Just like, cause
But then I lost it.
no, it was Haraith that
did
lost.
not.
Oh.
Yeah,
Oh, no,
I
wait,
went
no.
with Verna and I dropped.
No, Verna lost it. I'm sorry.
Verna lost.
I just want, like, if we're gonna be leaving mid-combat, I just want it to be easier. to
Yeah,
remember.
if everyone's
idea to keep
tired
track
and not
of
feeling
it.
well, we can pick
I mean,
this up
I'm fine,
next
but I
time.
know that I'm stupid.
Yeah.
And
I didn't expect
No.
us to get to the combat so late, and this could drag on a little bit because it is a big fight.
Yeah, that makes sense. We'll have no
Nice,
nonsense.
cool symbols. What are these? Is that
This is how we know that Mido has protection from evil and good.
protection from Jesus and Satan?
Yep.
Nice. Okay. All right. Well, if we're good to stop here, we'll pick it up next week, and we will
Okay.
conclude this fight.
Yeah, we'll have no nonsense.
I have to take a shower.
Maybe I won't have like weirdly poisoned myself next time. I don't know what
Oh,
the
no,
fuck
what
is
happened?
wrong with me.
What happened?
Are you like throwing up or
I'm
something?
not throwing up, but I've been feeling pretty sick. I took like a Zofran to hopefully help with the nausea, but yeah,
Thank you for playing.
I don't know what my fucking deal is. But yeah, I'm happy that I got to use Mass Suggestion again because I was like,
That
after
was
that,
fucking good.
yeah,
I'll be back. I'm gonna shower.
after that first time that I used it, I was like, man, I'm probably never going to use this spell again. Now I'm just like,
Yeah, it's a good spell.
yeah.
More people should use it.
So
It's one of my favorites.
it's pretty spicy. Also, I was thinking about it. Yeah, in a universe where Sissel hadn't met either like Moira or the Blue Hearts, probably would have been a bad guy.
Yeah.
Easily been
Pretty
a bad guy.
much.
A witch in a hut in the woods.
Yeah.
Making
witch-
She'd
deals
basically
based on
be that
misery.
NPC. Yeah.
She'd be a Sharnai, yeah.
Yeah. Fucking
Whoa.
juked by a cupcake.
I am still amazed.
Good.
The fucking master play?
Good. So
Yeah.
good. I need to watch the next episode.
Like, honestly, that's the kind of shit I aspire to.
Same.
Yeah.
One day I hope I can do a modified memory shenanigan like
Yeah.
that.
That modify memory that you did on
The one on Verna's sword was probably my favorite.
that's definitely, that still ranks pretty high in my favorite uses of modify memory.
Yeah, it was good.
It was pretty wild.
It was
I'm
very
trying to
clutch.
think.
What are you meowing at me for? You're not even my cat.
Speaking of meowing, literally as you said that. Hey, Scandal.
Scandal.
Come sit in my lap.
I'm trying to think of like wild, unconventional shit you guys have done in this game.